This program is brought to you by the following sponsors.
All right, y'all. Look like we back. Finally got it. So appreciate the patience, y'all. I really do. Now let me get all my stuff back with Aircast and the rest. Log in. Good. Should be good. Okay. And D Live. And Rumble. All right. I think we're okay now. Let me just get Discord on here and I should be good. Should be good. Get Discord. All right, we are good. Appreciate y'all patience, y'all. Really do. I should be able to hear it. So let me put the volume up just a tad. Put it up here. And here we go. Thank y'all for waiting. Hope y'all had a good week. Appreciate y'all patience. So we are going to continue with story. Um so we finished episode P4 this past Saturday. So now we're doing P3. So we're doing a Persona 3 story and kind of going through that. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to finish this tonight. I'm gonna be honest with you. Now I do have tomorrow off for the holiday, but we just gonna go ahead. Y'all don't mind. We're gonna go ahead and just hop into it. Appreciate y'all waiting. Appreciate the patience. So let's get into it. With Teddy as a guide, we climb the hill leading to the tower. I see what appears to be the front gates of a school. It's a sign on the wall reading Yasagami High School. The building ahead of us looks like ordinary school at first glance, but when I look up, there are a number of things wrong with it.
Is this really Sensei's school? It looks even weirder than it did before.
Yikes, this is really bad. I haven't seen anything like this since 3 years ago.
Even from up close, it's strikingly similar to Tartarus, a nest of death where shadows roam free, and a tower of darkness built to summon death itself. But that's not all. Strange markings line the ground and walls all the way from the gates to the school building itself. Posters have been put up on the walls and even in the windows, oddly matching the eeriness of the building.
There's a bunch of posters up. It kind of reminds me of a school festival. The Sister Complex Kingpin of Steel?
That's Sensei! Sensei is so strong, kind, and a reliable leader. And over here's Chie-chan. She trains a ton every day, and she eats a ton too.
Teddy points out the different posters one after another and happily tells me about his friends. Seeing him like this, I get the sense of how much he values his friendship with these people. They must be a great bunch of people.
Huh? There's a poster of Mitsuru Senpai too? The imperious queen of executions.
What's wrong, Yuka-chan? What about Mid-chan?
Oh, it's nothing. I just remembered something that happened during our school trip.
Oh, an execution, huh? Well, I know what that's like.
Huh? Have you done that to someone before?
Nah, it was done to me. and I see Hammer to repay me for my innocent curiosity. Just remembering it gives me the chilly willies.
Oh, I can imagine that. Talking to you reminds me of someone I know. There's an idiot in our group, too.
Oh, lucky me. I found Yucatan.
Junpei?
I'm surprised to see the next face. Wait a sec. I have to consider what happened with that copy of Mitsuru-senpai from earlier. He's wearing a baseball uniform for some reason. Could this be another fake? I'll put some distance between us and knock an arrow.
Hold it right there. I told Junpei to wait for me at the station. What are you doing here?
Hey, wait a second. That's no way to greet your old friend. You're supposed to get emotional. Oh, wait. Are you another monster, Yukari?
A monster? Me? Wait, so are you the real Junpei?
Ugh, he reeks of sweat. Seriously, can't you have some consideration for the people who have to smell you? He's real.
Huh?
Whoa, aren't you the guy who was on TV earlier? Why are you with Yucatan?
Why? Because I'm Yuka-chan's knight in fuzzy armor, obviously. In other words, we share a pledge of eternal love.
Eternal love?
Yuka-chan, do you know this weirdo with a beardo? Whoever he is, I don't think he's a fake.
Yeah, I know him. You seem energetic as always, Junpei.
Oh, is that what's going on here? Wait, don't be ridiculous. I'm obviously the real me.
I can kind of tell, too. That baseless confidence in himself. Yeah, it's probably the real Junpei.
Well, I'm glad you're safe. And sorry, I told you to wait at the station. But then I heard that Mitsuru-senpai and the others are in danger.
Nah, it's cool. I was kind of wandering around too. But wait, they've been captured? Seriously?
Yeah, about that.
I'm a little relieved to be able to meet up with a familiar face, trade some nostalgic banter while we share what we've learned about what's happening in Inaba. I had my doubts when I heard of how Junpei miraculously ended up in Inaba even before the rest of us, but I guess that's just like him. He barely has a grasp of the situation, and he keeps going on about how some cute girl he met at Junette is. I don't want to hear about that stuff. At least I learned that the persona users of this town are acting on their own during this unusual phenomenon.
What? Junpei, you ran into Rise-chan and Yuki-chan? Were they all right?
Yep, totally fine. Man, school chicks these days are really tough. By the way, who are you anyway? Aren't you that, what was it, General Teddy?
How dare you! It's outrageous that you treat me the same as that faker. I'm the one, the only, the adorable Teddy.
Well, yeah, I don't tend to push too many questions on a poor guy, but Teddy's existence is something of a mystery. What I do know is that he's an Inaba persona user, and he's not an enemy.
The General Teddy from the broadcasts appears to be a copy of Teddy here. Teddy's a persona user from this town, and he's looking for his friends.
Huh? You can use a persona? I figured you were nothing but a walking costume.
Grr, how rude. I'm not just an empty suit. I have a persona, and I have something inside, too. Look.
Inside, Teddy suddenly undoes his zipper. Huh? That's removable.
Hello, everyone.
Whoa, white guy.
What's going on here? The sudden appearance of this young kid inside the suit is startling. Actually, even before that.
There really is something inside.
I worked hard to grow this body because I wanted to score with a girl. Nice to meet you, Junpei.
Oh, your Japanese is a little off, though. You make a costume, not grow it. Do you understand? Make, not grow.
Stop talking like an idiot, Junpei. But wow, I figured you were empty too.
I'm sorry. Did I surprise you, Yuka-chan?
Ugh, this is starting to break my brain. I'm sorry to ask you this once you took it off, but can you just keep your costume on for now?
Aw, but I just came out. Ooh, but this must mean that you like my bear skin better. Ta-da! Look, it's original flavor Teddy again. So don't hold back. Ladies and Other ladies, start your snugglings!
Come on, guys, enough playing around. Let's go. We have to hurry and find the others.
Huh? Oh, right.
Go, go, go!
Just when we're about to go inside, Teddy suddenly stops and stands up straight. Could his keen nose really work when he's wearing that costume? Oh, wait. If anything, that costume is his real nose, isn't it?
Huh? But I'm already picking up on someone. The rest are shadows.
Yeah, I'm not going to even question his sneezing anymore either. Is this someone he mentioned related to Mitsuru Senpai, Akihiko Senpai, or the others? Teddy runs off, still sneezing. We take a side path to make a detour around the school building and see a gymnasium up ahead. The entrance door is covered by a poster of a boy labeled Beefcake Emperor. The name is Kanji Tatsumi, isn't it?
Oh, this is Kanji. He loves manly battles and is really good at grabbing people and stabbing things.
This poster is giving me bad vibes. I don't want to charge in without a plan and run into this guy. Let's look for another way in, maybe.
Don't be stupid. Someone's here, right? Come on, we're going in.
I make Junpei open the door despite his protesting. The central area inside the gym is open, though chairs are stacked high up all around, reaching almost to the ceiling. A blind, well-built young man is standing in the open space, clearly waiting for us. There's no mistaking him. This is Kanji Tatsumi, whose face is on the poster we just saw.
Finally, you showed up! Hello, boys! I've been waiting forever and ever for you. Especially you, Slugger.
Just to be clear, you don't know this guy, right?
No! He's got no business calling me out like a designated hitter. Hey, Teddy! That's your friend, right? Why don't you sniff him and see if he's one of those fakes?
I don't have to. That's definitely a fake. If Kanji really liked you, he'd be stuttering and baking you treats instead of talking like that.
Oh, I've got a treat for you. It's in my fists. And I can't wait to show it to you. Bring on the ring!
Kanji-kun hollers loudly, and four pillars descend, surrounding us. Well, I knew this was coming. This is obviously a fake. In order to find that someone Teddy was talking about, we have to fight our way past this.
All right, you guys go in there and fight him. I'll cheer you on from over here.
Don't be a wuss. You're fighting too. Let's deal with this quickly.
You're not going to beat me down that easily. Here we go, dammit!
Finally!
I'm fired up.
Oh, I'm so relieved. Congratulations.
So, just to be clear, I didn't even want to go in here, all right? So this is all on you guys.
As Junpei stumbles through whatever he's trying to say, the fake Kanji-kun crumbles and loses its shape. The sparkles of light that spits out flow up through the high ceiling and disappear from view.
Huh? I'm sensing that someone through there. Junpei, hurry and open this!
Teddy points to a door on the other side of the room, and Junpei quickly rushes over to open it. Huh? Junpei and Teddy might actually make a good team. When Junpei throws open the door, a wall of thick red fog pours out, clouding my vision. I hear Junpei coughing from within the fog, but I can't see him. Teddy and I stick to the wall till the fog dissipates somewhat. Then we take a peek inside the door.
Huh? This is Escapade.
A white spotlight shines across a dark open space. The edge of the light illuminates a raised stage. Looks exactly like the dance floor of the club near Gekkokan High. Could this really be Escapade?
Fuka!
I can't help but call out in shock. A large cross is raised on the center of the stage, and Fuka is hanging from it, just like on that broadcast.
Seriously? Whoa.
Fuchan, I'll save you! I'm a-coming!
Teddy runs to the cross with a surprising turn of speed for somebody with such stubby little legs. We all work together to get Fuka down from the cross, but even though she doesn't appear to be physically injured, she hasn't regained consciousness yet. Still, she's breathing normally and her pulse is steady. Thank goodness. It seems like she's not in any danger of dying.
Fuchan, are you okay? Wake up! I'd better give you the bereth of life!
Feather dropkick!
Ah! Yuka-chan, I was just joking.
This isn't the time for jokes. Fuka, can you hear me? We've come to rescue you.
Are you coming too?
Yukari-chan and Junpei-kun, did you rescue me? Sorry we're late, but you're gonna be okay now.
Hey, Fuka. It's been a while, huh? And now that we're here, there's nothing to worry about.
Grr! Who would do such a thing to Fuchan? I'll never forgive them!
Thank you too, Teddy. But have you seen Mitsuru-senpai? And she's really exhausted. You shouldn't try to move for a while. It doesn't look like the others are around here. We have to rescue them. I couldn't do anything.
According to Fuka, they were captured immediately after they were attacked. Even with Fuka's search ability, she wasn't able to sense anything until right before it happened.
All right, well, let's let Fuka rest here while we go on. We just have to rescue Akihiko-san and Mitsuru-senpai, right?
We can't leave Fuka alone here. What if another fake shows up like before?
Oh, right.
If we leave her here alone and another fake person shows up, her life would be in danger for sure. Still, we can't make her walk around with us when she's so exhausted.
Alrighty, I'm volunteering to stay behind.
You will?
Leave it to me. I can use a persona, and I'm the best at escorting ladies.
Well, if you're that confident, maybe we should leave this to him. I'm counting on you, Sir Teddy. Be her knight.
Junpei pats Teddy on the back. Teddy smiles proudly and gives us a thumbs up. Those two are starting to act like they've been partners for years.
Teddy, are Yukun and the others here too?
Huh. From what Junpei told us, Risei-chan and Yuki-chan left Junes to look for Kanji and Nao-chan. But if they notice what's happened to the school, I'm sure they'll end up here.
I see. If Risei-chan's with them, then there's no need to worry. Yukari-chan, Junpei-kun, please go on ahead and save the others. I'll remain here with Teddy. I'll contact you all with my persona once I've recovered a little. Please, just give me a little time.
I raise an eyebrow, but Fuka smiles and tells us that she'll be okay. I read that Teddy fought through the entire case in Inaba too, so I guess they'll be all right. We leave Fuka in Teddy's care and leave the gym, finally making our way to the school building. We enter through the main gates and end up in a hallway. The building's interior is shrouded in fog as well. As expected, the visibility inside isn't that good either. We decided that we should head up and find some nearby stairs to go up, but after climbing a couple of stories, the stairs come to an abrupt end, and we have to find another flight of stairs. A countless number of similar looking classrooms and hallways appear on this floor, and we can't find a way up at all. The endless hallway is dark, and I hate to say it, but this reminds me of a haunted mansion.
Hey, Junpei, stop going so far ahead. It's bad enough that I can't really see that far.
Seriously, this hallway goes on forever. You think it's time for a nostalgic replay of Junpei's Believe It or Don't?
What? Hey!
There are many strange things in this world. Imagine, if you will, a boys' baseball team, led by the handsome coach Junpei. What you'll hear next is a true story, a tale of mystery and fear.
Feather punch! Knock it off, you know I hate that ghost story stuff. And when did you start coaching kids?
Ow, will you stop hitting me? Didn't I tell you I coach a kids' team, and I'm surprisingly good at it?
Is that why you reek of sweat? Do you ever wash that shirt?
What kind of slob do you take me for? And you're one to talk. You're wearing some pretty funky clothes yourself.
I have a reason for this, jeez. I knew I should have changed.
We continue talking back and forth about this for a while as we proceed, trying to distract ourselves from a creepy atmosphere. Eventually, the hallway ends with a very heavy-looking metal door. Above the door is a sign reading announcement room.
Dead end, huh? Well, I guess we better go on in through here.
The room behind the door is filled with tons of monitors and sound equipment. This professional-grade equipment isn't what you'd expect to find in an ordinary school's announcer room. This looks more like a studio in a real TV station.
This is creepy. But maybe this is where General Teddy is making his broadcasts from.
The monitors suddenly flash to life and illuminate the room. What's going on? The screen in front of us is showing a location that we both recognize.
The Moonlight Bridge.
The gigantic suspension bridge connecting Iwatodai and the man-made Port Island. The camera zooms in on the bridge's main tower. Another cross identical to the one Fuka had been bound to is on the screen. A figure in white is held on it with her head drooping down.
Yucatan, is that?
I guess we have to save her.
But how? Are we gonna head all the way back to Iwatodai?
There's no reason to worry about things like that. After all, this place is your final destination.
While our eyes are glued to Agus on the monitor, a familiar voice suddenly speaks out from behind us. We turn to see a person standing there with a red cape. Akihiko-senpai? No, that can't be right. Even I've started catching on to this. He shakes his fist as if to taunt us and wears an irritating smirk on his face. This is most likely another fake.
Doesn't it bring back memories? You fought those artificial persona users on that bridge. It was a conflict of burning passion. There was one simple rule. Power decides all. Now, try and fulfill my innermost desire. Bring on the ring!
As he shouts out, the red pillars appear again. We're up against a fake version of Akihiko-senpai this time, huh? Well, this is gonna be awkward.
Hey, Yucatan, I know this is a fake Akihiko-san, but isn't that the kind of thing he's normally ranting about?
Maybe. But this isn't the time to talk about stuff like that. We can't lose no matter who we're up against.
Oh, are you on fire, Yucatan? All right, I'm getting pumped too. Let's go for a grand slam.
Play with Yukari this time.
Final.
Here's the opponent with this.
Clear shot! Clear shot!
Keep it up.
Persona!
Sure can't take a hit.
Do it!
That's it.
This is it! Prepared!
All right.
Back to my form! I'll show you what I'm made of!
You got him scared silly. Whew. That was a really good copy of Akihiko-san, huh? What a fight!
Junpei looks relieved as he watches the fake Akihiko-senpai melt, but something's bothering me. Why did the fake mention that we fought people using artificial personas on that bridge? Is it just a coincidence? Crap, this is the time to be thinking about things like this. We have to save Aigis.
Wait a second. Hey, Junpei, is that really the Moonlight Bridge in Iwatodai?
It's not like there's any other Moonlight Bridge, is there?
But remember how we found Club Escapade in this school earlier? That might mean...
I look across the now empty announcer room and spot a white door behind the equipment. I look from it to the monitor, and it seems that the door here resembles the one at the bottom of the tower near Aigis' crossing.
Junpei, open that door!
Huh? This? Gotcha.
Bingo! It's just as I thought. Somehow this school is connected to the Moonlight Bridge. The wind is blowing normally, and I see the lights of the city in the distance, making it seem like we really are outside. But considering how absurd this entire situation with this Tartarus wannabe is, this is probably another crazy place created by the enemy. That aside, we're supposed to be in Inaba, but we keep running into places that have connections to ourselves. Even if they are all artificial constructions, there must be some reason why such a complicated trick is being pulled on us.
I'll save you, Aigis. Yuka-tan, do me a favor and catch her.
Got it. Persona!
Junpei uses his persona to destroy the cross at the top of the bridge's main tower. I summon my own persona and catch Aigis as she falls and place her gently on the ground. It was a bit rough, but I think it went well.
Aigis, are you okay?
Junpei-san and Yukari-san, where am I?
Because Aigis has regained consciousness, we listen to her account of what happened. Then we tell her our side of the story and what we've been through. Aigis doesn't seem as worn out as Fuka, but she's definitely exhausted too. Her expression is dark as she speaks with us, most likely because she feels guilty over being caught. Just like Fuka though, it seems that she has no memories of what happened after the car fell from the road.
I'm sorry. If I'd been better prepared, I would have been able to keep everyone safe.
Come on, it's okay. We still need to hurry and rescue everyone else, though.
Considering the situation, it would appear we were used as bait to lure you all here. I immediately lost consciousness after falling off the cliff. But I do remember something.
What's that?
I sensed that someone was close by. That must have been the person who's behind this entire case.
The culprit! Aigis, did you see what he looked like?
No, Yukari-san. But I did sense something odd about that person. I'm sure that it was a resonance of a plume of dusk.
Huh?
What? What's a plume of dusk thing again?
Simply put, a plume of dusk is what can grant a heart to machines such as myself.
Does that mean the culprit has a plume of dusk with him?
Oh, right. Machines don't work in the dark hour, so you have to stick these plumes of dust in them, right?
Then is the perpetrator using a motorcycle or something like Mitsuru-senpai's?
No, that was not the reaction of a plume of dust being loaded into an electronic device. It was obviously the wavelength of a heart like mine.
So, what does that mean? Is the kidnapper a robot like you, I guess?
That is what I cannot figure out. The reading itself was definitely that of a human, after all.
I'm starting to get confused. What's going on here?
I don't get it. A plume of dust? What's the culprit's objective here? Who is he anyway? We've come this far. Thanks for the follow. We've come this far with our drive to rescue our companions. But could it be that we haven't really made any progress at all? I feel anxiety creeping into my mind. According to the material from Kikuno-san, there's a high possibility that someone related to Ergo research is involved here. It got to the point where it was hypothesized that Shuji Ikutsuki himself might be the culprit, and we did see someone resembling him. If we don't keep our spirits high, we'll never find the answers we're looking for. I slapped myself across the face in order to keep myself focused.
Thinking about it now won't do us any good. Let's make sure everyone's rescued before we discuss it anymore. Don't worry. There's no way we can lose against most enemies as long as we stick together.
Yukari-san, thank you. You're absolutely correct.
All right, let's go then. But, which way?
As usual, Junpei mumbles like an idiot and we sigh. Just after that, a familiar sensation runs through us and Fuka's voice echoes through our minds. This feeling, it's how Fuka communicates with us using her persona.
You hear me? Yukari-chan, Junpei-kun, can you hear me?
Fuka, are you okay now?
Yukari-chan, thank goodness. Teddy is helping me to strengthen my search ability. I had a vague idea of where you're all located, but I didn't have the strength to communicate with you on my own.
When Teddy sneezes, it cuts right through my head like a knife. Hey, aren't there any volume controls? My inner ears are ringing.
John, my nose is at its limit.
Huh? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm gonna keep this short. I sense Lavras near you, Yukari-chan. I think Yukun and his friends are with her too. But I sense something large there too. It's possible that they're in combat. My sister is here? Where is she? Directly ahead of where you are. You should be able to reach them in no time.
Directly ahead, I look to the other end of the Moonlight Bridge and see another door there. That might lead us back into the school building.
We'll head there immediately as well. Please be...
Communication cuts off. Our heads are still ringing from Teddy's nasal explosiveness. But now's not the time to be bothered by such things.
There's a door on the other side. That must be it.
Okay, let's go. Will you be all right, Igus?
My systems are not all at standard parameters, but they are steadily recovering.
We nod to one another and begin running across the Moonlight Bridge. Because the handrails and bridge girders are twisted oddly, the roadway is wavy as well, making it hard to progress on. The fog is thinner out here than inside the building, and the green light of the moon casts our shadows on the ground.
This kind of brings back a lot of memories, doesn't it? Kind of like reliving a page from our youth, isn't it?
Don't be ridiculous. There's no way it would all fit on a single page.
I agree. This place is deeply important to me. It's also where everything started. I cannot let my feelings from that time go to waste. That is why we cannot yield, no matter what.
What we want to protect and being unable to yield, memories of similar feelings come flooding back to me. We all made choices back then and took control over the time we have now. For the sake of that, we cannot afford to lose here. Sorry, y'all. Might give me some coffee, something to... Now that I've recovered from whatever the cross is doing to me, I have the strength to walk on my own. Still, it seems that whatever wounds I suffered are greater than I thought. After we leave the music room, we climb up a flight of stairs and step into a covered passage. I don't know what the signs in this place mean, or even if they hold any meaning anymore now that the city has become distorted, but it would seem that something called the classroom building is up ahead. We proceed down a long hallway that appears to go on endlessly. I can't tell whether the haze I see is because of the strange fog or my own fuzzy consciousness.
I'll be sure to return the favor with my fists.
While I've been on the cross, I've been thinking the entire time. We were the core of the shadow operatives, but we all fallen into the enemy's hands so easily without any hope of escape. My own powerlessness frustrates me. But even then, I kept calm. We still have comrades, Ken Koromaru, and now our new member, Labras. They've grown so much and were able to save me even after I made such a colossal blunder. Is that gunfire I hear? The sounds ring out continuously, as if a battle is taking place nearby. We run in the direction the sounds are coming from.
What is this place? It doesn't feel like anywhere else. Sonata-san, this...
Talk about having bad taste. Whoever's doing this really wants this to be the entrance to hell.
This is the entrance hall to that tower, Tartarus. 3 years ago, we would gather here day after day to challenge the seemingly infinite labyrinth. We lost and gained so much here, a number of emotions flickered through my mind.
Mitsuno-san!
Labra's voice echoes across the hall. I turn to look and see Mitsuru on a cross in the corner of the room. Her head hangs low, and she seems to be unconscious. That cross must be draining her power, just like what happened to me.
Mitsuno-san, we'll get you down at once!
Look out!
When we try to rush her aside, a barrage of bullets rakes across the floor, striking sparks in front of us. When this torrent of gunfire finally dies away, the air is filled with a white smoke, quite unlike the red fog that drifts about the area.
Confirming the presence of additional targets for elimination. Seriously, you keep coming one after another.
I guess.
Oh, there should be no problem. You can stay here and watch while I deal with them. It should take no time at all.
Additional targets for elimination? Who? There are other people who had apparently been fighting Aigis, rather this fake Aigis, when we showed up.
Ryukun!
Akihiko-san! Labras!
Master?
Labras is here too?
I immediately understand the situation. The rules of the fights here state that battles must be one-on-one, and I see those red pillars surrounding you, his friends, and the fake Aigis. Most likely, you have been fighting Aigis while protecting Yosuke and Chie, who are already exhausted. The battle itself is one-on-one, but there's no rule saying that you can't attack your opponent's companions if they happen to be in the ring at the same time. And it looks like it's fair game to attack us as well. Seriously, these rules that are convenient for only the enemy are really getting on my nerves. This situation, though, the persona users of Inaba, their skills and abilities are far beyond the ordinary. To think that they would be cornered this badly.
What's going on? You did this, didn't you?
As Labras lashes out in confusion and anger, the shadow talking Aigis forms answers with a twisted smile.
Of course I did, sister. I am a weapon. It is my mission to follow orders and eliminate all targets. Now, sister, why are you getting in my way?
Get in your way!
As you may have guessed, I am a duplicate of Aigis, but I am such an exact copy of her specifications that I may as well be the real thing. I will carry out my master's orders. I cannot comprehend why you, a fellow machine, are trying to prevent me from carrying out my task. You're a tool, just as I am, sister. Unfortunately, you were stolen in the previous battle, and now we must be enemies. The shadow operatives control you, while I take my orders from my master. Isn't that the only real difference between us?
That ain't true! I'm doing this of my own free will!
Free will? Is that what you base your argument on? Our memories are nothing but data, ones and zeros in our minds. How can you prove that what you know is true? That your mind wasn't written over?
Straightforward claim with the cold logic of a machine. This isn't good. Agus is probably the closest person to Labrys. And like this fake said, if we really wanted to use Labrys as a weapon, we could probably manipulate her memories to some extent. On top of that, there's no way to prove to Labrys that we've never done something like that to her. Dang, what a move. Labrys' faith in us must be...
Hey, Labrys!
Sonata-san, let's leave this to her. I'm sure she'll be fine.
Ken has his eyes fixed on Labrys, even as he calls out to me. I see. These guys have just met. They've already formed a bond through whatever battles they've faced so far. They believe in one another.
Sorry about that. You're right. I should trust in her.
Sister, friendship and trust means nothing to the likes of us. Yet you still attempt to fight me.
You're wrong. I'm an anti-shadow weapon, too. I can understand what you're saying, but there's something I'm even more sure of. Igus told me that going through the joy and pain of different things made her into who she is now. I remember that. And now I remember that the reason why I can stand here and fight you is thanks to all our sisters who died to make me who I am. Those are painful memories. But if I forgot them, I wouldn't exist. That's what I'll fight for. This pain ain't made up. These memories are my own that I formed with everybody else. They aren't fake. They're my heart.
Labrys.
Labrys.
Understood. Master, I have a request to make.
Fake Agus calls out into thin air. This creature, a lump of shadow, has a master? Who in the world could she be calling out to?
Testing. What's this? A dumb old machine calling me up? What nerve? I'm a busy bear.
Forgive me, but I have a favor I must ask of you. Please lift the barriers on this battlefield and allow these people to come inside.
Huh? You want to let us in?
I want to fight them. I wish to crush all their bonds before my sister's very eyes.
What?
Oh, for Pete's! When you make a copy of a real person, the copy gets all the quirks of their personality too. Well, rather than getting persona fragments from those dried up old husks, you might get fresher ones from those guys.
Persona fragments?
Oh, did I say too much? Anyway, let's have a ring change!
As the voice of the vulgar fake Teddy calls out, new red pillars descend and the old pillars shatter in response. New pillars drive into the four corners of the room, making this entire place into a fighting arena.
Are you alright?
Yosuke-kun. Chie!
We rush over to you and his friends to check on them. Good. None of them seem to be that badly hurt. After confirming they're safe, we turn to face the fake Agus again.
Thank you for inviting us in before your battle concluded. But we're not going to show you any mercy.
There is no need to thank me. I am about to eliminate all of you right now, after all.
Time for me to make a comeback as well. This is a grudge match now.
You guys seem a little different from what I was expecting you to be. But I won't be fooled. I'll protect everyone with all my strength.
Final.
Are you okay? That was a nerve-wracking match.
Fake Agus falls to his knees and his body turns black as it becomes a shapeless mass. I see a hint of pain in Labrys's eyes as she watches.
You don't need to look at me like that. Either way, we only have a limited lifespan.
What do you mean?
We were created for the sole purpose of fighting you. Once that duty has been carried out, all we have left to do is expire.
Fighting is your duty.
I will not bid you good luck. I wish for my master to emerge victorious, if possible.
With that, the fake Agus loses all cohesion, falling into a dark puddle on the floor. Eventually, that begins to float upward like a film of syrup being poured in reverse until it completely disappears. We watch this process to the very end while we think about our troubles. Koromaru, who had been sitting at our feet, runs off. That's right. This isn't the time to be sentimental. We have to rescue Mitsuru. Ken and Labrys run to the cross Mitsuru is hanging from. I go with Koromaru to speak to Yu's group.
Thank you, Akihiko-san. That was too close.
Huh? What's a dog doing here? I mean, he's adorable, but...
Sorry for causing you such trouble. It seemed like you were facing quite a difficult fight.
Ooh, I'm ashamed to call myself your student.
No, I should be thanking you. I'm sorry if you were all worried.
I decide to exchange information with Yu's group about the circumstances leading up until now and the situation in Inaba. They're surprised to learn that Ken and Koromaru are not only persona users but shadow operatives. Our conversation turns to the reason why Yu and his friends were having such a hard fight. Contrary to my suspicions, it seems that the three of them made it to this room almost unscathed. And why did the fake Agus give them such trouble? True that shadows taking our appearances can summon personas, and there's no mistake that they make extremely powerful opponents, but are they so strong that they could hurt these three skilled fighters that badly?
Nah, that's not it. When we got to this weird room, we found Mitsuru-san up on a cross. So Chie and I rushed over to get her down, but there was somebody there.
It wasn't the fake Agus?
No, I don't think so. I didn't see a face, but the voice sounded like a guy.
You didn't see his face? How far away could he have been?
Well, he was kind of standing in the shadows. And the moment I saw his red eyes, my whole body froze up like I was petrified or something.
That's right. When I went in to save them, I was attacked by a persona I've never seen before.
Red eyes. And a persona?
This doesn't make sense. Previously, the enemy said himself that he didn't have a persona. Could this mean that there's someone else helping him? Someone with a persona and powerful enough to overwhelm even you? If Suru was here, perhaps she knows something. I move to where Ken and Labrys are attempting to get Mitsuru down off the cross. They appear to be having some trouble.
This thing's not coming apart. What gives? It was easy enough to get Akihiko-san off of his. I'm not having any luck either. Damn it, why? Mitsuru-san, please wake up!
The two desperately call to Mitsuru while trying to undo the restraints binding her arms and legs. At that moment, Koromaru stands fixedly at the door and gives a low growl as if to warn us.
What's wrong, Koromaru? Is someone there?
Someone's coming this way.
Footsteps approach at a leisurely pace down the hallway. As they grow louder, the tension here in the entrance hall increases. Eventually, the footsteps stop. A shadow reaches the doorway all the way to the center of the room. It wavers in the illumination of the fog.
It can't be. You're...
So I wasn't seeing things.
Shuji Ikutsuki. An unforgettable betrayal, an unfathomable insanity. Seeing him again, the spitting image of when I last saw him brings back what he said. The death of everything, but also the beginning. 3 years ago, we made extreme sacrifices to put an end to his plans. Does this mean he has come crawling out of hell to torment us once again?
Shuji Yakutsuki.
This room that Akihiko-san called the entrance of hell, Koromaru-san remains in a cautious posture and waits to see what the person who just entered the room will do. Akihiko-san pales, and Ken-kun stands frozen next to me.
Akihiko and Ken. It's been a while. Are you enjoying this?
So you were the one behind this after all.
Now don't glare at me like that. This is the perfect place for our reunion. It was quite troublesome to prepare. The one you're taking great pains to find will be the one giving you great pains. Or something like that.
Shuji Ikutsuki. Without waiting for us to respond, he continues to speak.
We're finally reunited, and I don't even rate a hello? Or do you not want to speak to someone you killed? Is that it?
Huh? Killed?
Ah, you must be the 5th generation weapon Labrys. Poor thing. Didn't they tell you? That's right. They killed me. Of course, since I'm standing right here, I guess they almost killed me would be more precise.
That's ridiculous! You're the one who lied to us and tried to kill us!
Calm down, Ken. He destroyed himself. He can't possibly still be alive. Who are you really?
Oh, how cruel. Here I am, talking right before your eyes, and you still won't believe it. Why don't we ask the 3 who just arrived what they think of this?
We hear footsteps approaching from behind and turn around to see Yukari-san, Junpei-san, and Aigis tumble in. Just like Ken-kun and Akihiko-san, they're at a loss for words when confronted with the person standing in the center of the room.
Ikutsuki, no way!
How are you?
Though the two of them are surprised, Aigis looks over at me. That's right, we can tell.
Hold everyone. I can feel it. What's standing there is...
Indeed, that is not Ikutsuki-san. He's a fake, created by a shadow.
Just a foolish trick. That's what I thought.
Ah, well, you're a piece of junk, but you have a good nose, huh? You could have let me play around for a little while longer.
With a sudden change in mannerism and a few muttered words, the thing taking on Shuji Ikutsuki's appearance crumbles. Behind the melting figure stands another person who had not been there a moment ago. He appears to be a young man, around the same age as Yukun and his friends. What appears to be a Yasagami-high uniform is tied around his waist. What could this mean? Is he another student at this school? A pair of scars crosses his face, and he smirks while toying with the 2 swords he carries at his waist.
Who are you?
So everybody connected to Kirijo's here, huh? The looks on your faces are hilarious. You talk the big talk, but deep down, you were totally freaking out over old Ikutsuki-chan. I couldn't see your faces in person last time, though. You remember, don't you? It was when I took control of that scrap like the puppet it is.
You were behind the abduction of Labrys then.
Yeah, it was a crazy performance, huh? That weapon took a lot of whipping. You need an introduction or something? My name's Sho Minazuki, and I'm behind all this. Welcome to my world, Kirijo lackeys.
Sho Minazuki?
Sho Minazuki. That name sounds familiar. It was in the data that Kikuno-san gave me before we descended on this town. A name from Shuji Ikutsuki's files. Seems this young man has a connection to ergo research after all.
What is the meaning of this? What are you setting us all up like this for?
Huh? What are you whining about, you little shit? I was letting you have some fun. It's a little entertainment. Oh, I guess I do have a score to settle with you. Ikutsuki was my dad, after all.
Dad? That's impossible.
You're lying. He didn't have any kids.
Doesn't matter. I'm still gonna kill you all.
Young man draws his swords, and light glints off them. His eyes gleam with glee. The mania of madness. So this man, he's the one behind this entire case.
Toying with people and hurting them like this. are you trying to accomplish?
Huh?
I've had enough. If you're hurting from your dad being killed, I get that. But is this the only way you can deal with it?
Labrys,
Mitsuru-san's people are risking their lives to try to end this tragedy themselves. They're doing their best to take responsibility for what happened. And I already know that your Ikutsuki guy lied to Mitsuru-san, betrayed them, and...
Shut up, you goddamn puppet! You've never even met him, so enough with your shit. Or what? You gonna lecture me like you're a real person? What a joke.
You bastard!
But don't get the wrong idea now. I already told you that I don't give two shits about Ikutsuki. He used me and threw me away, that asshole. It doesn't matter. See, all you bastards are in my way. Every single living thing is in my way. Every goddamn thing!
What are you talking about? That's just insane!
I'm insane? It's this world that's insane. All this bullshit about the power of friendship and close bonds and whatever. It's a pile of garbage. Trash! Bastards, die! Just go away forever, goddammit! I'll get rid of every last one of you. I'll annihilate you along with this entire world!
My heart hurts. I wonder why. I sense a resonance of a plume of dust from the young man, and it's giving off emotion. Hatred? No. Sadness? He wants the world, but at the same time rejects it. This intense mixture of solitude with despair and yearning. I felt this.
What? I know this emotion.
Labrys?
He doesn't truly hate the world. What he really feels is... Labrys-san, look out!
Koromaru-san tackles me and I fall sideways. A giant knife is vibrating in the floor, right where I had been standing only seconds ago.
Don't say another word, you failure. What a drag. I'm tired of this. Well, I've already got enough Persona fragments anyway.
Persona fragments? Wait, do you mean...
Persona fragments. Those are the same words General Teddy used earlier. The young man called himself the mastermind behind all this. The fakes whose sole purpose was to fight us, the flakes of light emerging from the defeated shadows. All of those now make sense to me. Most likely the rest of us are feeling the same way. Sho was gathering persona fragments by making us fight our doubles. The moment we all reach that conclusion, Sho pulls out a small box and holds it before us.
So it's time to get the real show started. Here's a question for you. What do you think this is?
Is that the remote Ikutsuki was using when he controlled Aigis?
No. Stop him!
Too late. Activating the anti-shadow suppression weapon, Labrys.
I feel a sudden snap within me. Suddenly, I lose control over my entire body. At the same time, my consciousness begins to fade, as if I am being painted over by something else. It's that infernal device that took over my body and forced me to hurt the others, just like the other day. It gnaws at my mechanical body. All my self-control begins to slip away.
Labrys!
This is fun! Oh, by the way, I didn't stick a device in it or anything to do this. A weapon is there to be controlled, so, of course, there's a remote control. It's been built into that thing from the very beginning. I told you I'd destroy everything, right? Friendship, what a joke. One push of a button, and it all means nothing!
Sister, please pull yourself together.
I scream internally at myself to stop, but my arm swings my axe at Aigis and sends her flying away.
Now! You just won't die, will ya? That's not good enough! Damn it!
Koromaru-san leaps at Sho. Thanks for the follow, Talani, and appreciate it. Koromaru-san leaps at Sho and tries to snatch the box away from him. Yukon and his friends follow. The show deals with them all in a single strike. This boy is strong.
Not one of you's coming to help, huh? You couldn't anyway. My remote controller's more of a remote control her. Kidding! Now, Lapras, kill the scion of Kirijo first. You specialize in tearing apart your companions, right?
Show jumps back to a safe distance and then sends me an order to do just that. My legs move against my will and send me towards the crucified Mitsuru-san.
No, I'm not your puppet. I have a heart of my own.
A heart? Like I give a crap. You want me to erase all that too, then?
He manipulates the small box again with a raucous laugh. The power restraining me intensifies. I can feel myself slipping away against a torrent of commands blasting into my mind. The blade of my axe is against the cross Mitsuru-san is bound to.
Stop! Stop! Please! No! Lapras!
Damn it, you son of a bitch! If it's tough for you to hurt your companions, then I'll blast your consciousness into nothing. So hurry up and tell them!
An even more forceful command overtakes me. Mitsuru-san, Yukon, Ken-kun, Yukari-san, Chie, everyone. I desperately try to hold on to my thoughts, but it's mercilessly torn away. I lose all feeling of the weight of my axe in my hands, and my vision begins to waver. I'm going to destroy those I hold dear again.
Lapras, don't give up. Believe in yourself.
The last thing I see through my fading consciousness is Yukon. I don't want to feel this way ever again. I don't want to give up. I won't! And just like that, a sound rings out and darkness envelops me. Did my consciousness shut off? No. Even in the darkness, I'm still awake. Whose voice is that? I hear a familiar laugh in the distance. I can't see who it is, but I know that voice.
Buns? A heart? What a lame ass. Just like always.
You're the other me.
That's right. I am you. I'm the you within yourself that you keep a lid on.
I become terribly confused in the darkness. My shadow, the existence that should have melted away and become a part of me when I accepted it, she stands before me looking exactly the same as she did before.
I don't think you really understand. Well, I'm in a good mood, so I'll make an exception and tell you. Your body is special. You have 2 memory banks. One for yourself, another, a black box that would allow you to absorb the memories of the other Lapras units when you killed them and took their name. It was such a surprise. Thanks to that, even after I became one with you, my personality was preserved in it. Oh, this is amazing. It's pounding with the resonations of the plume of dust.
She gazes upwards with an ecstatic expression and then looks to me and seductively licks her lips.
I've been waiting all this time for your will to weaken. And now this body is finally mine!
What?
It's about time you ended this. Believe in your friends? Look where that got you. Am I right? Don't you hate him? Don't you want to destroy him? Enough of this bullshit about bonds and camaraderie. All you have to do is destroy everything. Put that gigantic axe on your back to use!
Huh? What?
Lapras!
Hey, you piece of junk! Can't you follow the simplest order properly? How broken are you?
Follow orders!
That voice.
Kiss my skinny little ass, you punk kid! As if I'd listen to whatever crap you ordered me to do.
Lapras?
whiny brats like you who try to get in my way and order me around.
You piece of junk! You call me a brat, but you're no different! I mean, what the hell are you?
Karen, brat.
Labrys has turned into a really bad girl.
That's Labrys' shadow. I thought she had disappeared.
The explosion of emotions had pushed my consciousness back to the surface. The darkness disappears and my vision returns, but still, I can't will my limbs to follow my commands. I'm not in control of myself, but the other me is. The emotions running wild within me are out of my control, and my body won't accept commands.
Crap. So wiping out the rational mind made its true self show up? Goddamn shitty robot, it's completely useless!
Cut the crap, brat. Come at me. Come, Persona. Asterius!
Seriously? She can even summon that cow monster from before? Wait, did she just call it her persona?
You little... What the hell's going on here?
What do you expect, Ariadne? That little thing isn't worthy of being my partner.
Giant boy Asterius roars. Show now facing the full wrath of my shadow's uninhibited urge to kill draws his swords with almost an annoyed sneer.
You better watch out. I'm no ordinary shadow. I'm finally free. Free to wreak as much havoc as I want.
Corey came on Seiko's page finally. No, here, you in the video now, you gotta watch.
Final.
Why bother? Shit! You broke the goddamn remote! What the hell are you, damn it?
Oh, what's wrong, little boy? Don't tell me you're done already. I'm not even close to being satisfied.
Is that the real Labrys?
No. That's her suppressed emotions running wild. That show guy brought this on himself. He couldn't have known something like this would happen with Labrys' memories.
But this is bad.
Yeah. She was already a handful when we all went up against her. This is gonna be even worse now. Damn it.
I guess I should put an end to you now. How do you want it? Ah, yes. You wanted me to tear you apart, didn't you?
You monster. Try it if you can. You're not worth my time, but I don't care anymore. I'll do everything in my power to destroy you!
Stop, Labrys! You've done enough!
Don't do it! He's not worth it!
Out of my way, you peasants. I don't need more of your friendship games from last time.
No! If you're seriously gonna do this, then you've gotta get past us!
What are you doing? It's too dangerous! Get away from her!
I'm sorry, Akihiko-san, but we can't back down from this.
We're Labrys' friends! We could never let her accept this fate!
We're not sticking up for this guy, but we'll never let one of our friends become a murderer!
She put her weapon down. This is more garbage. Do whatever you want, you idiots.
This place. What's happened to me? You.
I've had enough of this shit. I'm not dealing with it anymore.
Huh?
You're giving control of my body back to me? You're the one who likes playing house.
The darkness returned, and she brusquely turns her back to me. Silence fills the area for a moment, and then I suddenly realize something. She used a persona a moment ago. It's true that she looked and acted the same as when she was a true shadow. But I can't tell. She was, fighting with the control powers of a persona just now. It may sound the same, but it's different. There wasn't a shadow running berserk. Because I accepted myself, I was able to attain a persona. Maybe the same could be said
You
about...
actually... You did that to help me. Thank you.
Shut up. Just take over for me already. Oh, and
Other me mutters something. I can't hear what she says, but I can tell what she wanted to say. What it was she wanted to say. Yeah, don't worry. You're me and I'm you. You do remember what I feel, huh? She's always sleeping inside of me, even though she had forcefully taken over my body. I feel a kind of relief.
Labrys!
Labrys!
Labrys, are you alright?
I sense myself returning to the real world, as if the familiar voices are guiding me back. My vision slowly brightens.
Everyone.
She's back to herself?
Yeah, I remember. My other half saved me, and everyone else brought me back to myself. And with that, I look over towards the young man before me. There's the unmistakable reaction of a plume of dust coming from within him. That plume of dust conveys an intense message to me. Now that I've been reunited with the other me hidden in the darkness of my mind, I know for certain what it is conveying.
You're actually lonely deep down, aren't you? You don't like being alone.
Labrys? Now what? Are you even more broken now? You think I'm lonely? If you're that mixed up, maybe destroying you would be doing you a favor.
I was like you once. You just haven't realized what's in your heart. It's 'cause no one ever accepted you for who you are.
Huh? Labrys, what are you saying? That guy...
I know, but I understand his feelings too. He was raised by this Akutsuki guy, but when Akutsuki died, he was just thrown out into the world. You can't bear to live in this world, so you want to tear it down around you. But isn't that just something you're telling yourself? Even I found a home with Mitsuru-san and them. If you just opened up your heart, you could live in this world. You could have friends.
Shut up. Shut up, shut up, shut up! What the hell are you yapping about, you stupid puppet?
His fit of anger cuts off suddenly, and he falls unnaturally silent. Did he faint? We look around at each other in confusion when his drooping head slowly rises, his crimson eyes staring fixedly at us.
What is this? My legs!
I can't... not this power again! Damn it! This can't be...
This power...
I can't move, and it's just not me this time. Everyone seems to be held in place due to some power. The young man slowly and calmly looks over all of us. His eyes and the cross-shaped scar between them gleam red, like a silently burning flame.
Stop putting useless ideas in his head. Do you intend to destroy him?
You're...
Allow me to reintroduce myself. I am Minazuki. Sho Minazuki. I am the one who will grant this boy his wish.
What happened to this guy? He seems completely different now.
Wait, I sense the plume of dusk. Who are you?
I have no need to explain. This boy yearned for me, and I awakened within him. That is all.
Moment ago, the young man had been increasingly agitated, shouting like a child, having a temper tantrum. All of a sudden, he's calm and speaks with a measured tone.
Whatever you're doing to us, is this another of your powers?
Oh, don't get me wrong. This power doesn't belong to me. I'm only borrowing it.
Borrowing?
The place is shaking. This isn't good.
The building's creaking.
It's about time everything was ready. This is all thanks to you, so thank you. I have gathered enough persona fragments.
What was all this fighting for? What are you going to do?
It's simple. I borrowed power to envelop this town in red fog and make you fight against your fakes. It was all to carve off of your personas.
Huh? Carving our personas?
That's right. Our bait truly came in handy. All that's left is to awaken that thing.
So it's like we thought. This town feels like it's in the dark hour. And there's a tower similar to Tartarus. You're going to try to awaken death. Just like Yakutski.
Not precisely. What I'm trying to awaken is not the same thing you fought against. I will grant this boy his wish and create his world.
This boy, his world. He speaks as if he's talking about someone else. The way he's speaking and staring at us is completely different from how he'd been only a moment ago. As if he's now a completely different person. Wait, a different person? Could it be?
Damn it. If only I could move.
I'll be going now. There are still some finishing touches that must be made. You are free to come after me, but your missing friends are in danger. It would be wiser to go and rescue them.
The young man who called himself Minazuki leaps away with inhuman agility, landing in front of the giant door. After glancing back at us, he turns away and calmly leaves the room. At that moment, the mysterious power that kept us frozen stops, and we finally regain control over our bodies.
Wait!
I call out in a fruitless attempt to pursue him before another presence shows up on my radar. It's not one of my friends, it's...
Yukiko? No, that's a fake Yukiko-san.
Hey, yeah. It's not just her. What have Rise and Naoto been up to? Minazuki just said that they're in danger.
Before you worry about that, you have to deal with me. Now, bring on the ring!
When the fake raises its arm, the usual red pillars descend and form barriers around us. No, I won't be able to pursue Minazuki now. He also said that our friends are in danger. Mitsuru-san is still on the cross, and Yukon and his friends are wounded. We have no idea what kind of problems Naoto-kun and others who aren't here are facing right now either. In any case, we have to hurry after Shokun as quickly as possible, rescue the others, and put this case to rest. I pull my axe from my back and turn around in reaction to Koromaru-san's part. I found a place for myself among the shadow operatives. They're my comrades. They feel the same for me as I do for them. They line up beside me. That's right. I'm not alone anymore.
Final.
We'll show the combined power of two sisters.
Looks like you need punishment.
We don't even give the fallen shadow a second glance as we rush to where Mitsuru-san is hanging on the cross. The sturdy lock gives us some trouble, but we finally manage to get Mitsuru-san down, and the atmosphere amongst us becomes more cheerful. Though Mitsuru-san was quite disabled, she quickly regains consciousness.
Labris. Everyone.
Tsuru-san looks relieved for a moment after seeing our faces, but she seems to have quickly reached an understanding. Her expression quickly turns meek as she apologizes to us.
I'm sorry. My judgment was flawed. I'm responsible for all of this.
Geez, there you go again with that stuff. Still, I'm really glad you're okay.
Thank you. It's all thanks to you.
Oh, Fuka's safe too. She's headed this way from somewhere else right now, though.
I see you managed to find Yukari-san, Junpei-san.
Hey, Ken? Man, you've grown. I mean, of course I did. It's all going according to plan.
But I heard that you fell asleep on your train and ended up here by accident.
You never change, do you?
It seems that the auxiliary staff, like Yukari-san, haven't seen Mitsuru-san and Akihiko-san in a while, so they have sentimental expressions as they greet each other. The stiff look on Mitsuru-san's face slowly begins to melt away. I was worried about Yukun and his friends after they were hurt. They seem to be recovering as well. I'm so glad Yukun and the others approached me.
Labris! I'm so glad you came. I thought we were done for.
I thought you turned into your shadow for a moment back there. What was that all about?
I don't know, but I guess my shadow's been within me all this time, watching everything I've seen. And I think she's changing, too, even if only little by little. And it was all of you who brought me back.
You really did help us. Thank you.
As I'm conversing with everyone from Inaba, I hear some distinctive footsteps. I look towards him and see two shapes running in from behind the fog. It's Fuka-san and Teddy. It'll be reassuring to have Fuka-san with us since she's great at supporting us on the intel front. I bet Teddy will help us too, saying things like how he's my knight. I can't help but smile when I hear their voices calling to me.
Labby-chan! Thank goodness! I was so worried about you!
Labris, you came to save us, right? Thank you.
Whoa, he really is a talking costume. You're not General Teddy, right?
Of course I'm not! Look at my fur! It's completely different! It's 100% genuine teddy fur!
Koromaru-san says that his is 100% genuine dog fur.
Well, yeah. I mean, he's a dog.
Hey, what kind of fur is your coat made of, Mitsuru-san?
This? Kikuno bought this coat, so... No, let us save the discussion of fur for later.
Mitsuru-san walks towards Yukun and his friends. Seeing the leaders of the Shadow Operatives and the investigation team together like this makes me proud. These two people saved me and gave me a place to belong. I want to fight for these people, and that will help me get stronger. Having friends and comrades is truly wonderful. That's what I think.
Narukami, I must thank you. It seems we're once again indebted to you.
No, I have to apologize for breaking my promise to you. Your people have helped us out too.
That's fine. You helped me remember something important.
We did?
That's right. Trying to keep danger and death at a distance only results in putting life at a remove as well. I knew this when I established the Shadow Operatives, but it seems that I became too focused on thinking only about the present.
Mitsuru-san.
Allow me to ask for your help now, Narukami. I'd like you and your friends to cooperate with us. We need your assistance to solve this case.
Do I really need to answer that? Of course we'll protect Inaba.
Yukun looks straight into Mitsuru-san's eyes as he answers. Seeing his sincere resolve, Mitsuru-san nods cheerfully. Yukun's friends are all smiling too, as if they're agreeing to gladly take on anything that comes their way.
By the way, why don't we all compare what we know about the situation?
Oh, you're on the ball, Ken. I was just about to suggest that myself. Yep.
Yeah, right. You're just trying to claim his idea. I mean, seriously. How lame do you have to be to try and steal credit from someone so much younger?
We each describe what we've experienced up to this point. Once we have a grasp of that, the topic of our conversations obviously shifted to Sho Minazuki.
Who in the world is that show kid? Didn't he say something about Ikutsuki being his dad?
That young man stated that he was the mastermind behind the recent events here in Inaba. He also said that he is Shuji Ikutsuki's son. But the file I was given by Kikuno-san clearly stated that Ikutsuki had no
Presumably, he had a life
children.
before he was the chairman of Gekkoukan High. Couldn't he have had a child during that time?
Had no family.
No, Ikutsuki had no family, let alone a child. The only things on his mind were his experiments and the fall.
Yeesh, so he was a mad scientist? Oh, don't tell me he was doing human experiments too.
Yes, he gathered orphans from different areas and performed inhumane research on them to try to artificially induce their personas.
Whoa, seriously? That's messed up.
Even after Ergo Research was disbanded, it seems Ikutsuki stole the research data and continued performing such experiments personally. One of those test subjects was named Sho Minazuki. The records state that he was the youngest of the test subjects.
An orphan, huh? Did Ikutsuki adopt him?
No, Sho Minazuki was nothing more than a favorite subject to Ikutsuki.
Test subject? But he's a person. How could he do such a horrible thing?
The Kirijo group of the time was an evil place, suffused with his arrogance. It isn't hard to imagine how he was treated with Ikutsuki in charge. Minazuki was raised in a solitary environment, never interacting with anyone. I suspect his experiences from that time greatly affected the development of Minazuki's current personality.
So that's why he said Ikutsuki was his dad. And he told bad jokes like Ikutsuki too. Hey, that reminds me. In the middle there, he suddenly seemed like a different person. What was that all about?
We'd all noticed that. It was so sudden how his personality just switched. That red-haired boy could have split personalities. But the presence that I felt was bothering me a bit.
Mitsuru-san, when he reintroduced himself as Minazuki, I sensed some kind of resonation with my plume of dusk. What could that mean?
There is no information on that. The same goes for the power he had when his eyes turned red. Perhaps they are a result of Ikutsuki's experimentation. The entirety of the report has not been deciphered, but Ikutsuki's data does mention Minazuki's name and the plume of dusk. Kikuno's decoding it now.
Oh, I have it too. Kikuno-san entrusted me with it because it was an emergency.
Ah, that's fine. Either way, I was intending to share it with all of you once the report had been completely deciphered.
Shuji Ikutsuki, the man who performed a countless number of inhumane experiments at the former Ergo Research, who used Mitsuru-san and the others, even while serving as the chairman of Gekkoukan High School, and who schemed to destroy the world. I can easily imagine how many victims his experiments may have created. I, myself, am a result of a similar process after all. So, Shokun is another one of those victims.
Hey, when he got all cold and called himself Minazuki, he said that he wasn't after revenge for Ikutsuki, right?
Correct. Based on what he said, it seems this Minazuki set this situation in motion to grant the hot-headed boy his wish for immense solitude.
And then he was talking about persona fragments.
Yeah, that's right. He said that he covered the town in this red fog and was carving our personas by making us fight in it. The sense of fatigue we felt when we were on those crosses is most likely part of that same plan. Looks like we completely fell for it.
But he said that he'd gathered enough fragments of our personas, didn't he? Then...
Yes, he's most likely completed that step of the plan.
What was that part about awakening something? I mean, I can guess that it's going to be pretty dangerous, but what's he trying to call down?
I know nothing about that, but if it's similar to what we encountered at Tartarus, it's nothing welcome.
Persona fragments, huh? What in the world is he planning on using them for?
Is this all part of what he wants? We fall silent, full of impatience and uncertainty. On top of all that, the second personality gave us a word of caution as he was leaving. We need to make sure that everybody's safe as quickly as possible.
Oh, that reminds me. Yukiko and the others.
That's right! That Minazuki guy said that Yuki-chan and the people with her are in danger.
Naoto-san and Kanji-san said that they were going to Junes, According to Junpei-san, supposedly Yukiko-san and Rise-san were at the same location.
Huh? Oh, right. But those two said they were gonna go look for Kanji and the others, so I don't think they're still there. They could miss each other.
Yes, I'm concerned about them as well. Let's split into 2 teams. One heads to the top of the tower, while the other searches for Narukami's friends. Yamagishi, perform a search and try to locate them as best you can.
Understood. I don't know how well it'll go, but I'll try searching for everyone.
We're counting on you.
Persona.
Fukusan closes her eyes and concentrates, summoning her persona to search the surrounding area. Then again, this red fog seems to be able to block the search abilities a little bit, like making Teddy sneeze when he tried to use his keen nose, so there's no knowing how well this will go.
There's so much interference. The fog might be getting thicker. Oh! I have 2 readings near Junes. That may be Kanji-kun and Naoto-kun. They seem to be moving towards Junes. And I found another 2 readings in town on the move together.
Do you think that's Yukiko and Rise? Oh, I'm so worried. Oh, what the?
The entire room shudders immensely and the building creaks. The one calling himself Minazuki is undoubtedly close to accomplishing his goal. Whatever it is, there isn't much time left for us.
We must hurry. Yukari, Iori, Amada, and Koromaru, you're the least wounded. You pursue Minazuki.
Gotcha.
I will go with Akihiko and Aigis to rescue Narukami's friends.
Understood.
Yamagishi, you remain here and back us up. Narukami's group, you're all too exhausted. I ask that you remain here and regain your strength.
I'll do everything I can to assist you.
Whoa, seriously? Will?
No, we should stay here. Fukusan needs someone to protect her as well.
Hey, what about me? I'm perfect.
Mitsuru-san, Teddy's got a great nose, so I think he'll at least be of some use. Please let him help you find our friends.
Some use? How rude. I'm totally useful. My babe dar is up and running.
I see. That's promising. Well then, you can assist us, Teddy.
Mitsuru-san, the school and this town have both turned into labyrinths. It would be unproductive for us to search the town all in one group.
Yeah, Aegis is right. If we're all caught together again, things will get worse. Let's split into 2 teams to search faster.
All right, I can provide some guidance as well. Aigis and Teddy, you partner up. Akihiko and I will go together. Once you meet with Narukami's friends, head for Junes. We'll regroup there and secure the area.
Woo! I get to be alone with Ai-chan? Their bodies were artificial, but their love was real. Okay, I'm in.
I can tell that Mitsuru-san's leadership and quick decision-making have given everyone's morale a boost. Of course, her strength stems from her deep care for her friends and comrades. All of our anxiety and impatience disappears as if it had never existed, and we're filled with renewed determination. We all wish to protect this world. Mitsuru-san approaches me.
Labras, I should ask you this now. What do you think about that young man, Sho Minazuki?
Well, I know we can't let him destroy the world and all, but I think he's the same as me. I want to see him one more time and try to talk to him. Just like you all saved me, I want to save Sho.
Ever since I was born, I was always alone, knowing nothing of love, trust, or interpersonal bounds. But I was taught only how to fight, and I never considered the possibility of befriending anyone. That young man, Sho Minazuki, is exactly how I once was. That's right, and if that's the case, I should be able to save Shokun the same way I was saved.
Very well. I want you to pursue Minazuki as well. I'm counting on you, Labras.
Okay.
With each of us given a duty to perform, we promise to reunite once the case has been solved and rush from the room. The occasional tremors causing the building to rumble ominously are becoming more and more frequent, as if giving us an audible countdown to the end of the world. After seeing my companions off, I concentrate and find everyone's locations. I have been entrusted with the task of providing support to everyone else. The ability to disseminate information among them all, will be key in navigating through this twisted labyrinth. Since I cannot fight directly, I need to help everyone as much as I can with my own abilities.
Are you all okay? I don't sense any enemies nearby, so please concentrate on regaining your strength.
Right. Ow.
Are you okay, Fukasan? You were only rescued a little while ago. Is it okay for you to use your persona so soon?
Thank you. I'm all right. I'm sorry we dragged you into this.
Chie-san is concerned about me, though I'm sure she has been badly hurt herself.
Oh, we just screwed up. We're really thankful you guys came.
In any case, let's recover as quickly as possible so we can go after Labrys and the others.
Yeah, I agree.
It's not just Chie-san. When the persona users of Inaba found out that I was being held captive, they all put themselves in danger to find me. It makes me truly happy to be able to fight alongside these people. Without warning, one of the caskets in the room opens with a creak, and a tall man steps out of it. Blue clothes, silver hair, golden eyes. Who in the world is he? I can sense his power, but I feel no hostility from him. He doesn't seem to be a shadow.
Ah! Why are you screaming? We're the ones who freaked out!
Oh, I apologize. I was caught in the moment.
Those clothes. They're very similar to the dresses Margaret and Elizabeth wear.
Ah, so you are acquainted with my sisters. I am their younger brother, Theodore.
Elizabeth? That really strong girl with the book? What's her family doing here?
Well, my sister has given me a task, so I've come to the world outside, but along the way, I sensed the presence of Elizabeth nearby.
And that's how you came out of this coffin? What kind of horror flick did we walk into?
Elizabeth is close by? She's tremendously powerful, but I don't sense her at all.
Oh, she is most likely hiding her presence, so as to not hinder your journey. But I am certain that she will be watching over a battle around here. As evidence of this, please look here. There are potato chip crumbs in the bottom of this coffin, and in her favorite flavor at that.
Well, if anyone was gonna eat potato chips in a coffin, it'd be her.
These guys are putting kind of a damper on the urgency of this situation.
I like the local variety with the beef flavor. Oh, I can't get enough.
Can we stop talking about potato chips? Theodore, right? We haven't run into Elizabeth.
Yes, it seems I was just a tad too late. It's all right. There was merely a little something I wished to ask her.
What's that?
This is how Theodore's story goes. While out on an errand, Theodore saw a glimpse of his older sister Elizabeth. He then decided to follow her and eventually reached his tower. What he describes as being out on an errand during a situation like this seems odd, but Yukun seemed to understand and said that this man's sudden appearance makes sense if he's really related to the person he claims to be his sister. It seems that the man in blue is able to move about without being constrained by the rules that we all been having trouble with. Could that be related to why he feels different from everyone else? Theodore wanders around the room for a bit, but eventually he seems satisfied and comes back to us.
Upon closer inspection, it seems you're all quite wounded. Forgive me for asking so brazenly, but why is it you continue to fight, even when you have been hurt to this extent?
Why?
I'm a little bewildered by the sudden question. What are we fighting this battle for?
Are you asking why we're fighting?
One moment, please.
Theodore raises a hand to stop us, then furrows his brow in thought.
Hearing it from you would be too easy. I see. Could my sister have given me this opportunity to see the outside world, to broaden my horizons?
Are you all right?
Ah, please forgive me. It seems I have a great deal to learn for myself.
I guess he's kind of reached a conclusion.
I'm sorry for causing you trouble. It seems this is a question I must answer on my own. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll be taking my leave.
Huh? You mean you're going back?
Yes, this conversation with you has been highly significant. Please, excuse me.
What the hell was that just now?
I've got no idea, but... Wait, what now?
I'd almost forgotten. If you truly are in a great hurry to reach the top of this tower, then please make use of this door here. Well then?
What door? That is a coffin!
That was mysterious.
Theodore asks us why we are fighting. The reason I had such a hard time finding an answer is because I couldn't find a way of putting it into words. I mean, we all have our own reasons for being here. We peeked behind the coffin lid that Theodore left through and discovered a set of stairs leading up. I thanked the man for his brief but helpful appearance and then tried to locate the others once again. Good. I can sense everyone's strong wills as they go around the school. It's reinvigorating, and I feel my own spirit lifting. What I need to do right now is focus on doing my best. In order to search for the Inaba persona users, Mitsuru and I searched the school building for an exit out of the tower. But the interior of the building has been warped into a complex maze. I don't think we'll get out that easily.
I'm detecting a set of stairs just up ahead. Would you please try going down a floor?
Got it. Let us know if anything else comes up.
This maze is rather troublesome. We must hurry on.
Tsuru mutters to herself after she and Fuka end their conversation, and her voice sounds tenser than usual. Looks like something's on her mind, so I decide to talk to her.
Are you still upset at how you and his friends got caught up in this?
I am, but what truly bothers me is how I cannot get a full grasp on the Sho Minazuki character, who has been behind everything.
Are we sure he's a persona user? When he fought against Labras, he didn't use a persona.
In addition to that, the one who called himself the person behind Labras' disappearance said that he had no persona. Granted, that could have been an act to confuse us, but that still seems like a very unclear way of doing things. It's hard to believe that what he said was just an
When I
act.
spoke directly with Minazuki, I saw his persona myself. This matches with what Narukami and his friends attested.
Could he have an accomplice?
An accomplice? Akihiko, this is only a hypothesis, but what if there were two Minazukis to begin with?
Two? You mean the one who called himself Sho and the one who called himself Minazuki are two different people?
No, his personalities changed before our very eyes. There's no doubt that they're the same body. But what if this isn't a case of multiple identity disorder? What if the two truly are completely separate personalities existing in the same body?
Completely separate? What do you mean?
Mitsuru-senpai, I'm detecting a shadow just up ahead of you.
We immediately end our discussion when Fuka's voice reaches us. There's only one door ahead of us, and at the end of the hallway, I don't see a way around whatever's in our
It'd be
path.
too much trouble to try to head back. Let's break through here, Mitsuru.
It seems there's no other way. The situation is growing more and more dire by the moment. We must deal with this as quickly as possible.
We rush to the door and charge inside. On the other side is a normal classroom. Well, normal if you ignore the bizarre decorations all over, with a blackboard, lectern, and rows of desks. The ace detective of Inaba is waiting for us there.
It's been a while. You two seem to have made it out of your predicament. How does it feel to have been rounded up like that?
This Naoto is a fake. There's no reason to doubt it. But it's well made. It would be hard to tell a difference unless you had shadow detecting abilities like Fuka. If the enemy's goal wasn't to carve out pieces of our persona in battle, these accurate doubles could have easily been used as weapons against us.
Enough idle conversation. Let's get this over with. We don't have a lot of time.
Wait, Akihiko.
As I get impatient to go to battle, Mitsuru's voice stops me. Ha! True. Guess we should listen to the fake's dying words. We may be able to gain some clues after all.
There's something I want you to tell me before I slay you.
What is it? You can ask, but it doesn't mean I'll answer.
Who created you fake people? Who is Minazuki?
That's an odd thing to ask. Didn't you meet him yourself only a few moments ago? You should ask him yourself. Then again, you won't be getting that chance as you'll never leave here.
Final.
Do you have time to go?
Keep it up.
On guard!
Got a good lead. Don't start worrying now.
On guard! On guard!
Don't let your guard down. Don't let this wind get to your head. Keep training.
That was enjoyable. Please sit back and enjoy the spectacle of extinction. Well then.
With an irritating jeer, the fake Naruto begins to crumble. The red pillars disappear as well, and a set of stairs leading downwards appears inside the classroom.
Mitsuru-senpai! Akihiko-senpai! Are you alright?
Yeah, no problems on our end. The shadow disappeared before we could get any information out of it, though.
We can't waste any time. Let's keep moving while we talk.
Okay. Please head down those stairs then. That should get you out of the tower.
Follow focused directions and head for the exit. Along the way, decide to pick up our discussion on Sho's true character.
Mitsuru, back to what we were talking about earlier. It looked like Sho changed right in front of us. He switched personalities. What makes you think that it's not the ordinary form of split personality?
Do you recall the conversation in the limo about Ikutsuki's personal experiments? I said there was an indication that a plume of dusk was used.
You mean the human experimentation we were talking about? That's definitely something a guy like Ikutsuki would have come up with.
What if Ikutsuki's experiments on Minazuki involved transplanting a plume of dusk into a living person?
What? Why would he do something like that?
Considering that it could have been part of Ergo Research's attempts to create artificial persona users, it makes sense. It's most likely that Ikutsuki implanted a plume of dusk into Minazuki in order to intentionally try to force a persona to appear. But Sho Minazuki didn't awaken to the persona ability. That much can be gathered from the fact that Ikutsuki labeled the experiment a failure.
That bastard performed terrible experiments on young children off his own gain, and he called this a failure? Ikutsuki put something strange inside a living person and simply wrote off what he did as a failure. That only proves how insane he'd been.
Contrary to Ikutsuki's expectations, though, the experiment had a different result.
What? Don't tell me.
If a plume of dusk was implanted into the body of a person who already had a personality, what would happen?
A plume of dusk stimulates the creation of an ego. So it's not out of the question that it would create a new personality in the same body.
In other words, it wasn't split personalities in Sho's mind, but two completely different entities in the same body. The original Sho and the personality that was created when the plume of dusk was put inside him now calls himself Minazuki. And maybe it's this second personality that has the ability to use a persona.
according to the records, after the operation, Minazuki entered a vegetative state after some time. Thus, Ikutsuki let go of Minazuki. He was then transported to a hospital in the suburbs of Inaba, and there are no records of Minazuki from there on. What happened from that point on, I can only speculate. But I wonder what sort of life Minazuki led after he regained consciousness.
Tsuru's expression softens. Even if Minazuki was created by Ikutsuki, this is just one last way that Ikutsuki's ghost still haunts us. Ikutsuki's research only followed similar experiments created by the Kirijo group. If Sho's past is as Mitsuru describes, then he's yet another victim of the Kirijo group, not just an enemy to be defeated. Not long after we pass through the main entranceway, we see a path leading to the school's main gates, which are painted in a strange pattern. Beyond that, nothing but red fog. There is no telling what state the town is in right now.
Labra said that she wanted to speak with Minazuki. And now, so do I.
We'd better rescue Yukiko's group and get back here then.
Indeed. Let us accomplish our duties with haste.
There's no point in denying that Kirijo is partly responsible for this series of cases. That truth won't change, and it's obvious that this is weighing heavily on Mitsuru's shoulders, since she is the head of the Kirijo group now. That's why I truly understand how Mitsuru felt when she made the choice to step back from the front lines earlier. She put trust in her comrades. That's how it should be. We can count on our teammates to get the job done.
Fuka, what's Yukiko's position?
I sent something southeast of there. Please be careful.
As Fuka's communication cuts out, the school building behind us makes a groaning sound. It's so loud now, I get the feeling that there isn't a lot of time left. Mitsuru and I nod to each other as we begin running towards the town.
I'm worried about Yuki-chan and Rise-chan. Hang in there, ladies. I'll come get you in no time.
Still, this hallway has been going on forever. If this continues, we will be unable to make any progress.
My lengthy time bound to the cross, resulting in a serious strain of my energy reserves. My condition has deteriorated to the point where even normal maneuvers will be difficult. If we were to face another shadow, I might be at a severe disadvantage. On top of that, the young man named Sho displayed godlike abilities. My sister and the others are in pursuit of a target with the power to freeze everyone present. I can't help but worry about them. I feel my heart sinking as these thoughts arise in my head. Teddy walks along with me, peering into each of the classrooms as we pass them. Perhaps his increased chattiness since we left the others is an attempt to lighten my spirits.
Aww. Just thinking that danger is closing in on those innocent ladies even as we speak is making my fur fall out. I'll be positively bare.
Your fur is falling out. Perhaps it is merely your shedding season.
No. I'm extremely sensitive, and I lose fur when I'm stressed. Just the other day, Kanji lured me into a trap with some ice cream. He then kept nuzzling me over and over, and I ended up with a big old bald spot on my head. It was terrible.
I see. Kanji-san's extreme expression of love puts stress upon your fur. I will add that to my data file on you.
By the way, are you tired at all, Ai-chan? If you do feel a little logy, feel free to snuggle up against me whenever you like.
No, I'm more concerned for the others in town.
No, completely ignored. But I'm sure they'll be okay. My friends are really strong, you know.
You trust them, don't you?
Of course. You believe in Michan and the others too, don't you?
Yes, I do.
They're all precious to me.
We're the same after all. You're sparkling too.
Sparkling?
I love everyone who's nice to me. And the world where everyone that I love lives in really sparkles. And I want to protect that sparkle and help everyone out.
Teddy's large eyes are guileless and honest when he speaks of his friends. I am an anti-shadow weapon, and yet Teddy's presence is similar to those of the shadows that I have been exterminating. Does that have any importance?
Thinking about someone else strengthens your own powers. We know of that phenomenon.
So why doesn't that Minazuki guy get that? Does he not see the sparkling?
Teddy then declares it's up to him to become Minazuki's friend. Eventually, we come to a door next to a side reading music room. Teddy sniffs for some time as if searching the room, and then he sneezes loudly.
Achoo! Ugh. We can't get to the exit unless we go through here. By the way, won't you take a little break here? You still seem exhausted, and I'm worried about you.
Teddy looks at me with worry while he suggests that. We should have descended quite a bit by now, but there is still no sign of the exit. There's no time to hesitate. But most of all, I can't let myself become a burden either.
Thank you. You're truly kind.
Of course I am. It's basic bear etiquette.
Teddy puffs out his chest with pride as he put his hand on the music room door.
We're barreling in! Excuse us!
There is nothing of note in the room but a grand piano. I'm about to suggest that we take a short break here, but a warning alerting me of an approaching shadow appears in my vision. This reading, it's close.
Targets acquired. An anti-shadow weapon and a shadow. Commencing elimination.
When I hear that flat mechanical voice, a giant axe instantly appears above us. In a flash, I realize that we are being ambushed, but my body is too exhausted to move like I wanted to. It's going to hit me. If I take any more severe damage, I'll be destroyed. Teddy shoves me away and I tumble to the floor. The fog and dust stirred up from the impact begin to settle. I see the giant blade embedded into the floor, right where I've been standing. Teddy had been hit by the attack meant for me, and now he's lying motionless on the ground.
Man, you're weak. I was just trying to surprise you a little.
You're a copy of my sister.
I was ordered to take part in a battle near here. But that don't matter anymore. I'm gonna do whatever I want starting now.
Ai-chan, run!
Man, the shadow's persistent. Once I'm done with Itis, I'm gonna grind you down to fertilizer.
Teddy!
The axe strikes Teddy with a heavy blow, and he slams into the wall before sliding down into a heap. I try to rush to his side, but I wasn't careful enough. The strike at Teddy was part of a combo with the second attack anticipating I would try to come to his aid. Though I was able to avoid a direct hit, the tip of the axe catches my leg with a dreadful noise. I stand up and prepare to dodge any further attacks, but the hit I just took has been enough to damage my leg. It won't support my weight, and I fall to my knees.
My frame's been cracked.
A copy of my sister's verse confidently, slowly approaches me. It seems to know that I am incapable of moving with any agility now. Right then, I notice the red pillars have appeared in the corners of the room, trapping us. There's no way to escape.
I was trying to hurt you, you know? I knew you were weakened, I guess. It's so easy. Just target the weakest one, and the numbers will drop on their own. These bonds are pretty useful.
I knew I was weakened after all. I realized that I am in severe danger right now. Soon there will be no way to prevent it from claiming Teddy and me as his victims. Up until now, I witnessed how my sister's shadow and how my sister herself fought when her heart had been disabled. That's why I thought I had understood how to deal with this fake version of her too. When my sister was in that state, she and her shadow had fought in the same way, using her body's full potential fueled by an inner drive to destroy. Each attack from them was a threat, but such straightforward opponents are simple to deal with. But this fake is different. She isn't berserk like a shadow, and she hasn't lost her heart. In other words, she has both cunning and power.
In other words, she knows of my special qualities as an upgraded version of her hardware, and can precisely target my weaknesses.
The biggest difference between the 5th generation Labrys, my sister, and me is our attack ranges. While my standard weapons are firearms, my sister has no long-range weaponry aside from some of her persona abilities. Normally, I would have an advantage over her, provided that I'm able to keep a distance between us. My damaged leg robs me of my mobility, so I can't do that right now. The fighter able to hit harder will have the upper hand here. The double must have known that and targeted my leg from the start.
I already made a mistake in the limousine, and this will be my second blunder today. If only I had been better able to deal with things.
My regrets spill from my mouth as the axe in the shadow's hands rises higher and higher. My sister's axe weighs close to a third as much as her body, and she activates boosters to deliver an even more destructive attack, speeding up her swings to truly dangerous rates. A single hit could put me into a helpless state. As if that wasn't bad enough, I can barely stand up as is. I can't even aim properly.
I yearned for power so that I could protect my comrades, but...
What are you muttering about? You're next, Igus. Come at me.
I couldn't respond to a sudden ambush. Those close to me have been wounded. I can't save anyone like this.
Now that I'm facing a truly desperate moment, something surges from the depths of my heart. Anger. Anger at myself and my powerlessness. I don't want to use my damage as an excuse for my death. Move, Igus, move. Behind the rising heat swelling within me, I understand that my battered body is unable to put up a fight. But I cannot lose. I must maintain this power, but keep my emotions under control as I determine the best course of action at the moment. Think, how can I turn this situation around? What can I do to protect my companions? A thought passes through my mind.
It seems I'll have to make use of that. I should have had maintenance done, like Fuka-san said.
Plume of dust within me flares strongly as if responding to my heart. Right now, I will do anything if it will give me the power to fight, even if it results in shattering my own self. Please, give me the power to protect my friends.
Persona, rise up. Beginning frame coding. Stand by, EXO.
Are you still gonna try something? Sounds like you really want to fight that. That's cool with me. Here!
X, the fake's wheels flashes towards my face, and I hear the boosters roar. Jumping over it to evade be best before I can decide. My body reacts. I cross my arms and take the brunt of the strike on my forearms. Violent sparks fly up in the collision, and the force of the attack travels throughout my entire body.
You saw me just like that? How did you... I'll just slice you in half!
My sister's fake stays where she is and leans heavily onto the axe, pushing it against me. My joints scream as I try to push back, and white smoke streams through the gaps in my armor. My internal sensors repeatedly report that I am operating at my maximum capacity, It's not enough. I need more. More power.
Oh, my. Ai-chan's shining. What are you doing?
Teddy seems to have been awakened by the violent sounds of our clashing and stammers as he lifts himself off the floor. I'm relieved that he's able to move, but from this point on, everything is a gamble.
Please stay away. The probability of maintaining self-control in this mode is less than 1%. I'm sorry, but I can't guarantee that you'll be safe around me. It's ready. Releasing all limiters. Extreme Orgia mode.
Finally!
Light damage. Fire. Here I come. Here I come. Fire. Fire. Here I come. Fire. 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 Bramble. Ignite. A little more until you win. I failed. You're one hit. I failed. Heavy damage. Light damage. Excellent speed. Quick shot. Persona.
Perfectly! Perfect! That was amazing!
I am overheating.
It was truly only coincidence that I'm still alive after releasing all the power of my plume of dust, but applying my persona's materialization sequence to reinforce my body's skeletal system and armor plating allowed me to endure a far stronger load than my components could normally handle. I suppose it truly is extreme orgia mode. My sister's double turns into a black mass and begins to melt. As it collapses into a puddle, glimmers like golden sand trickle upwards out of it and disappear into the ceiling. I finally reach Teddy and help his injured round body sit up.
Teddy, I'm so sorry. It's my fault.
Ai-chan, you were so cool. I regret nothing. Please, take care of Yosuke.
Teddy!
The building begins to creak, the structure groaning like a giant, and the entire tower begins to quake as well. Both the creaking and the tremors are getting stronger compared to what we had felt earlier. In addition, a beastly howling thunders down from above. What is that? Is there a voice? Could it have come from much higher than the room where we rescued Mitsuru-san? Teddy's eyes snap open at this eerie sound.
What was that?
I don't know, but it seems a great power is trying to awaken.
Someone please respond!
Just then, a desperate plea cluttered by interference speaks out in my mind. That voice is Rije Kuchikawa's. It's difficult to hear due to the interference. There's no mistaking it. The communication seems to be coming from quite a distance outside this building.
Rise-chan, you're okay! Oh, I'm so glad!
Teddy? Teddy, is that you? Where are you right now? Are you hurt?
I'm in the tower that appeared at school. I'm with Ai-chan, so I'm okay. I think.
Ai-chan? You mean Aige-san? Aige-san, please listen. There's a ton of red fog swirling around the top of that tower right now. Where are you, Rise-san? Can you see this place from there? Yuki Senpai and I are in town searching for but we can't get out because there's a horde of shadows closing in.
The message is cut off before we can hear the entire thing. From what it sounds like, Rise-san and Yukiko-san appear to be in town together, just as expected. If she said horde and shadows so close together, then they must be facing a dangerous situation.
We have to go at once! Rise-chan, we're coming for you! Ow! 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 Ow!
Please wait, Teddy. We've both been damaged quite badly. If we move now, we'll likely be in danger.
Yeah, that's true. But I just can't sit here and wait. Owie! My back!
Teddy was surely wounded quite badly, but knowing his friends are in danger, he seems unable to contain himself and attempts to force himself up to his feet. I feel the same way. I must relate to everyone what Rise-san said about the school as soon as I can. When I approach the window to find out where we are, I see two figures leaving the school building.
That's Mitsuru-san and Akihiko-san.
Thank goodness! They managed to get out before us.
I can understand why you want to hurry, but those two are attempting to rescue the others as well. Let's proceed with caution so that we can meet up with them quickly.
Mysteriously, I can still move as well. Even though my frame has reached the very limits of its operational tolerances and my joints creak ominously, the sheer strength of my emotion to save my friends forces my body into action. If Teddy and I feel the same way, I'm sure we can keep moving.
Ow! Anyway, let's move. I'm getting fired up. Let's do this. Onward!
As they say, yeah!
Can't help but smile at Teddy's enthusiasm. We leave the music room and the wreckage left behind from our recent battle and run down the hallway towards the exit. All right, y'all. I'm going to take a quick break if y'all don't mind. If y'all don't mind, we'll take a quick break. 10 minutes. Appreciate y'all rocking with me. I'd like to thank Talani for the follow, and also can't pronounce the name correctly, but let's just say Sassa. I appreciate the follow as well. So let's go ahead and put this timer on, and I will be back.
Emotional damage.
All right, y'all, we back. Five of us who have been trusted with pursuing Shokun are proceeding towards the top of the tower. How many floors have we climbed already? Distorted hallways and classrooms appear at every turn. There's no sign of us reaching the end.
The quakes are growing more and more frequent. I guess this means the time is running out.
You know, that Minazuki guy talked about making his world. But how is he going to do that?
If we presume he's following in Akutsuki's footsteps, then he's going to gather shadows, merge them, and summon some great power. You mean that thing Minazuki-kun was talking about?
What do you think, Junpei? I mean, you've been surprisingly quiet. Are you not feeling well?
Huh? Nah, I'm fine. Coaches are well trained, you know. I guess it's just that I'm feeling all tense. All this end-of-the-world stuff isn't anything to joke about. I've got people waiting for me. Like the kids have a game coming up next week, so there's no way I can lose here.
Stupei's being serious for once. Looks like he's grown up a bit. I guess I should learn from his example.
Junpei has leveled up. You don't want the world to end either, do you, Labby-chan? You just woke up after all.
Yeah. I don't want to lose this world after I've met everyone. I gotta do my best.
Here it goes again. Wait, didn't we see this classroom earlier? I feel like the fog's getting thicker too.
It won't be good if this keeps up. Since we can't get in communication with Fukasan, we don't even know what's around us.
No matter how far we go, the maze of the fake Yasugami High just keeps going and going. Outside, there's nothing but fog as far as the eye can see. We're starting to get flustered because we can't tell how high up we've gone.
Come on, keep your cool. Getting all aggravated won't do us any good.
You're so positive as always, Junpei-san.
You think so? I think you've changed, though. You've gotten taller, too.
Huh?
Why do you sound so relieved?
I've been wondering if I hadn't changed at all. I made a promise to Mitsuru-san that I'd live life like a child.
What's that supposed to mean?
Is that hard to do or something? It's difficult. I don't know what it's like to be a child, so I wasn't sure if I should keep doing what I've been doing.
Huh. I guess being an adolescent boy is difficult.
You should just live your life the way you are. I mean, you are a kid.
That's right. You can't trust Mitsuru-senpai's idea of childhood. Can you even imagine what she was like when she was a kid?
Whoa, you're right. I can't. It's impossible for common people like us. Speaking of children, that show dude is the perfect example of a spoiled brat. One moment he's joking around, and the next he's incredibly pissed off.
Yeah. What would someone have to go through in order to make them seriously consider destroying the world? What happened to him?
When the topic shifted to Shokun, Koromaru-san passes us by and stops before one of the doors.
What's up, Koromaru-san? Is there something bothering you about this classroom?
When I approach the door that Koromaru-san is barking at, I see stairs leading up inside the classroom. I'm sure I wasn't the only one hoping that this was the place. Junpei-san quickly opens the door and we step inside. Aside from the staircase, the room seems like a normal everyday classroom. Desks are lined up in rows and a blackboard dominates the front wall. I can't help but be reminded by my own yearning to go to school and live life as a human. Even at a time like this, I smirk a bit at myself, and just as I'm about to follow everyone to the stairway...
Looks like you've made it all the way here. Now what to do?
You're General Teddy! We finally found you.
General Teddy, the mastermind of this tournament. With his cape and fearless grin, General Teddy is completely different from the real Teddy we encountered earlier. And even through the screen, he has an ominous air about him. I check him with my sensors just in case, and sure enough, he's a shadow. No, this isn't a normal shadow reading. What in the world is this?
This is getting out of hand. So I, General Teddy, will face you myself. Now bring on the ring!
When General Teddy lifts his little hand up, The familiar red pillars appear in the four corners of the classroom. The tension running through the area pushes the concerns from my mind. There is no time to think about that. I have to prepare to fight.
Now, it's time to have some fun. Those who hinder the creation of my world shall all perish here.
Whoa, someone's got a big mouth. My world? This has been our world from the start. We're not just gonna let you destroy it that easily.
Destroy? I will not destroy it. This will be a new beginning. The beginning of a world of my own, where only I will live.
Only you? What about Show?
This doesn't concern you. The vessel will soon be complete. Nothing you can do at this point serves any purpose.
We won't know that unless we try. Konomaru!
Like hell we're gonna let you start anything like that.
Let's take this guy down and move on.
Finally!
No good! No! Here goes! Strike! There's no escape! Here goes! Strike! There's no escape! Here goes! Strike! There's no escape! Go! This is no good! Attack! Not lose! No dodge! History! Concentrate! This attack! Your history! Now's not the time for me to give up! There's a reason I need to get stronger.
No matter. That was the limit of this temporary body. I've bought enough time.
Huh? You're not gonna melt now?
As Junpei-san noticed, the fakes we've defeated up until now have lost their shapes quickly after being defeated, melting into a black ooze before disappearing completely. But this General Teddy is just as confident as he was before the battle and has the same smile.
I knew it. You're different from the other fakes. Who are you?
Who am I? I'm General Teddy. Who else? Well then, bye-bye, you pesky vermin.
Hey! Get back here!
General Teddy swirls his cape about him with a laugh and disappears, vanishing into thin air without a trace.
Hey, Yucatan. He said something about a vessel being completed. Wasn't that kind of suspicious?
Yeah, it must mean that we don't have any time left, and when we defeated that General Teddy, he didn't disintegrate like the other fakes.
There must be more to this case.
Ken-kun is right. General Teddy is different from the fakes we've been running into up until now. Plus those words he said before fighting. And Azuki-kun said he'd make his world, and Shokun talked about my world. And yet General Teddy said... Quaking starts again. The blackboard and the podium rattle loudly, and some of the decorations on the walls fall down. The building shakes strongly for a long time, as if asserting that time is drawing near.
Can you all hear me? You're very close. I'm getting a strong reading just up those stairs.
When we hear Fukusan staticky communicate, we feel a sense of tension. Fill us. We still ourselves and make our way up the stairs in the classroom. At the end of this long, straight set of stairs, we find a door. When we open that heavy cold door, we see the hazy moon immediately grabs our attention. It seems so much closer than when we had seen it while wandering the town. And then there are countless crosses. They're the same as the ones that Mitsuru-san and the others have been bound to. These crosses are scattered around the ovoid area we find ourselves
No
in.
way. Is this place?
Is this the moon viewing tower from Gekkokan High?
It really feels like we're outside with the strong wind blowing towards us. This must be a landing jutting out of the side of the tower. I see a number of oddly shaped objects around. From one of those places, I see a black shape flying towards us. When it lands, I see Sho Minazuki.
That's right. It's where you killed Ikutsuki. This time, it'll be the place where you all die. See? I've already written what's going on your tombstones. It's some real poetical literature. Just kidding.
Shokun, please stop this! Even if you do it, it'll change nothing! Is this all because you hate us? Because we stopped Ikutsuki?
You really don't ever shut up, do you? I already told you that I don't give a shit about some dead guy. I'm doing this because it's fun. Watching you all freak out is hilarious. You're nothing but goddamn pests that can't do anything on your own. So I can't stand you buzzing around. That's when he spoke to me and said, you should just destroy the world. Isn't that the greatest suggestion ever?
Let's stop this. You keep saying Ikutsuki doesn't matter to you, but he's all you've been talking about this whole time.
What was that, bitch? Ikutsuki was a worthless ass who did whatever he wanted to me and still ended up dead. That's all. I don't give two shits about someone like him.
That's not true, Shokun. You're only running from your problems. You shouldn't turn away from your true self. Shokun, come back with us. None of us hold any of this against you. Didn't you see what happened before? I'm a machine and I hurt everyone, but they still accept me. You're just like me. If you have somewhere you can go back to, then you don't have to do this.
Shut up, shut up, shut up! Shut the hell up, goddammit!
His flustered rant suddenly breaks off. The X-shaped scar behind his red veins is glowing a dull reddish white. I already know what this means.
That's enough. How far must you go in attempting to ruin this plan?
You're Minazuki, huh?
Unfortunately, the borrowed power has been exhausted. From here on, I have to deal with you myself.
Emotionless, icy glare pierces us. Minazuki, the one who awakened within Shokun, and to use his own words, the one who grants his wishes.
It's him again. Are we really sure that he doesn't have split personalities?
I concentrate carefully on his presence. This isn't just a new facet of the same person. This is a completely different presence than before. The reaction from my plume of dust is even stronger now. I can see it clearly. Shokun has a plume of dust within his body.
Minazuki-kun, what I said goes for you too. You're the same as me. What you are is the plume of dusk itself.
That's right. Ikutsuki had a plume of dusk implanted in this boy during his experiments, resulting in my birth.
I knew it.
However, I still have no love for that man. After all, he tried to have me erased.
Erase you?
Yes. Ikutsuki was nothing more than a threat, who was using this boy only to throw him away later. But this boy was something different. He suggested that we try to act exactly like Ikutsuki. He created fake Ikutskis. He even went so far as to gain access to the Kirijo servers, to try to gain more information about Ikutsuki.
Then you were the hacker Kikuno-san told us about.
But Ikutsuki, the only other person this boy knew, had already died by the time the boy awoke from his coma. All that was left to him was the truth. That man had tossed him aside like a piece of trash.
Seriously?
Since then, the boy did everything on his own. He had no help, met rejection at every turn. There was nowhere to go, and no one to turn to. You all believe that everyone is surrounded by other people just like you. But that in itself is only the beginning of this world's failures. The world holds no worth for this boy. Sho Minazuki was thrown into this world all alone, and he wished that everything besides himself would disappear. Then all I must do is grant him that wish.
Maybe it's ironic for someone like me to say this, but Minazuki-kun's voice sounds like a machine, completely emotionless. Perhaps, even though he was a personality created by the plume of dust, he may have been trying to save Shokun in his own way. But even if that was the case...
That's not what Shokun really wishes for. What you're doing won't save him. Even if you don't know how, or if you end up hurting others, human interaction can change people.
Labrys.
Silence, puppet. What would a thing like you know of this boy?
That's right, I ain't human. But neither are you. You're just using his body while you try to destroy the world. You don't care what he feels at all. I ain't like you. No matter how much it hurts, or how much suffering it causes, I love this world.
Wow, well said. Great job, Labrys.
Right. What he's saying just sounds like he's running from his problems.
It doesn't matter if you're fully human or not. We're all standing here because of how we clashed with others and gained acceptance.
Very well. There is nothing more to say to you. Persona, you have gone too far. Sit in shame of your own ignorance as you await the moment of your destruction.
Minazuki-kun slowly draws his two swords. He stares at us with unblinking, murderous intent. The persona behind him, also ready for battle.
I will save Shokun. And to do that, we'll defeat you.
Final.
You miss.
Come forth.
Don't miss. Don't miss. My arrows don't miss. My arrows don't miss. My arrows don't miss.
It's getting into me. Come forth.
I'll show you what I'm made of. Prepared! In position! Prepared! In position! Hip shot! In position! Prepared!
That was great! Thanks for letting me watch.
Persona wearing a golden mask disappears as if melting in a thin air. But the defeated master of the persona doesn't appear to be as wounded as he should be. He looks up into the sky with somewhat of an absent-minded expression.
I've lost. The vessel will still be completed. You will not stop the creation of this boy's world.
He must have taken an immense amount of damage. No normal person should be able to even move after taking a beating like that. And yet, Minazuki-kun is trying to stand up. Certain thought crosses my mind. The will to stand and fight for someone else, no matter how wounded you may be. How Yukari-san and the others rushed to Inaba with me to rescue Mitsuru's team when they have been captured. How Yukun and his friends are fighting to protect this town. Minazuki-kun's reason for fighting is no different from ours.
Minazuki-kun, so you do understand.
Not another word, lout. I won't let anyone get in the way.
The reaction from the plume of dusk had been fading, but suddenly it grows fierce and powerful, making the air around him tremble. He's still...
Tsukiyomi!
This persona appears and sweeps the area around him, causing debris to rain down upon us.
This isn't good!
Lapras!
Instant Minazuki-kun disappears above us, another quake hits. This one is so severe that we can barely stay standing. Every surface begins to undulate like a living being, and large cracks run through the floor. One crack spreads into an actual crevice, separating me from the others. Beneath our feet, lost from the view in the fog, gathered around the tower, something dark is rushing towards us with a deafening roar.
Is that a horde of shadows? Koromaru!
On the opposite side of the cleft from me, Ken-kun and Koromaru-san summoned their personas to fight the horde of shadows. Yukari-san and Junpei-san follow suit. It's an insane number of shadows. The horde of shadows crawls up towards us, making the entire tower's outer wall appear to be a swirling black mass. Soon, Yukari-san and the others will be...
Lapras, go!
Huh? Don't look back, there's no time!
Go! We know what it's like to have to say goodbye. But you'd better come back to us.
That's right. I want to save them, just like everyone saved me. If I don't go after him this instant, I'll never get another chance. A set of stairs leading up into the red fog is ahead of me. I can pursue him now.
Thank you. I will protect this world.
And I'll do it for the sake of everyone else, no matter what. I charge up the long winding staircase up so far that I feel as if these stairs will continue all the way up to the moon itself. What is waiting for me at the top? We run at top speed through the fog enveloping the town of Inaba. Not a single soul can be found outside. The sight reminds me of nothing more than a dark hour. Akihiko must feel the same way as he runs beside me.
Mitsuru, how are Aigis and Teddy doing? They must have gotten out into the town by now.
You're right. Let me search for them.
Concentrate in search area for any readings. My search ability only has a limited range. To make matters worse, the images that appear in my mind have severe interference, likely caused by this strange fog. This fog seems to be symbolic of Minazuki's solitude, as if it's trying to sever our connections to one another.
I found them in the town shopping district. We'll be able to catch up with them quickly.
All right, let's hurry to join up with them. Then we can compare notes.
Fortunately, Aigis and Teddy appear to be very close by. We hurry towards the readings in an effort to meet up with the others.
Ow! My back still hurts. Getting old sucks.
Do you age, Teddy? I don't.
Oh, by the way, there's something I've been meaning to ask you, Ai-chan. Is there anyone you like?
What do you mean?
Come on, you can't fool me. If you don't have anyone, then you and me should...
Aigis, Teddy.
Michan! Aki!
Akihiko-san, Mitsuru-san, thank goodness you're both safe.
Whoa, what happened? You're both beaten.
I was careless. We were ambushed by an enemy and suffered severe damage.
Though they're acting brave, it is obvious at a glance that both Teddy and Aigis have been severely injured. It's clear that they won't be able to fight properly for a while.
Is someone... Please respond.
Rise-chan, I hear you. Talk to your lover bear.
Is that you, Kujikawa? We can hear you.
That voice. Mitsuru-san? Thank goodness. I heard you were captured.
Yes, but we're fine now. I'm sorry to have worried you. Where are you right now?
Yukiko-senpai and I went out to look for Kanji and the others, but the town's turned into a maze. I lost track of them while we were getting our bearings. We're thinking about heading back to Junes right now.
All right, keep going to Junes. We'll head over too, so we'll meet you there. Tatsumi and Shirogane should have arrived already.
Understood. Please be careful.
All right, now that that's decided, we need to hurry. Aigis, Teddy, can you go on?
Leave it to me to guide you to Junes. I'll use my nose and...
Teddy appears to have sensed something. He turns and looks at a shape that appears further down in a shopping district. After all this happened, do they still intend to make us fight? No. From here on, they're just doing this to buy time, just to buy time. The shape ahead draws closer, and I see that it's a double of Satonaka. There's no need to wonder about whether this is the real one or not.
You left everyone else inside and ran away? What happened to all that fun stuff? Oh, maybe they just don't need you anymore. I guess you're the runs of the litter.
A fake Chie-chan! Bears have packs, not litters, and we're not runts!
It's fine, Teddy. Let it say whatever it wants.
I stop Teddy as he tries to lash out in response to the fake Satonaka's harsh words. It's true that we made a mistake in being captured by the enemy before this started, but still.
I've made some errors this time, but we have our comrades. Even if one of us was to fall, the rest of us can complement each other. My standing here right now is a result of the trust we have for one another. I will carry out my duty, and you will be stopped.
With my thoughts and my comrades who left for the top of the tower at the forefront of my mind, I grab hold of the hilt of my rapier. No matter what taunts these shadows have for me, my heart will not be shaken. My comrades have my back. All I have to do is keep proceeding onward.
No. We will protect this world. We will not lose to the likes of you.
We're the most powerful lineup ever! We'll prove that we've got the upper claw here!
Two of them are so hurt, but I'm surprised they can even move. But the fire in their eyes is stronger than ever. I sense their will to fight shining through. Huh! Such admirable resolve. We will take on this burden in their stead. Next to me, Akihiko-san slams his fist to the palm of his other hand and steps in front of Aigis and Teddy.
I was hoping for a chance to fight about now. I felt myself getting rusty. The rest of you can sit back and watch.
This tournament is foolish, but I was given one of your insipid names. It's time I showed you the power of the Execution Queen.
Finally!
I'm coming for you!
It's gonna be a one-sided fight.
You're ready. It ends here! You're mine now. An elegant finish.
We don't even turn back to look at the melting shadow anymore. We rely on Teddy's nose and run with all our speed through the red fog towards Junes.
There! Come on! Everyone
We eventually see the large store that I had last been in when we exited the TV world. This building must normally be quite lively with customers, but now it looms with an eerie silence within a dim red fog.
Our rendezvous point is on this building's rooftop. Everyone remain in contact while searching for Kujikawa and the rest. Stay alert.
Every day's great at your June-ness. Hello?
A monitor on the side of the road flickers, and that General Teddy suddenly appears on the screen.
What the? You again, you phony bear! What do you want now? Thanks for coming all the way out to such a remote place. Did you enjoy the P1 climax? There were so many touching battles this time. But, too bad for you. Unfortunately, you've all served your purposes already.
What do you mean by that?
Just what I said. When you fought, you released fragments of your personas, and I've gathered more than enough of them. Thus, there's no reason to keep you persona users alive any longer. Prepare to be swallowed by a surge of shadows.
Once General Teddy finishes, the monitor shuts off. Silence fills the area again.
What is the shaking?
With a thundering roar, a viscous black liquid geysers up from everywhere. This black wave surrounds us, whirling madly, and begins to close in.
What the?
There are so many shadows. They're going to attack. Please, be careful.
Cheeky bastards. Come! Persona!
Akihiko's persona, Caesar, swings his sword towards an approaching black wave. The mass of shadows retreats for a moment like a receding tide, then immediately surges towards us like a tidal wave.
Persona!
Initiating summon sequence. Athena.
We summon our personas one after another and have no choice but to fight back. If things are this bad out here, I have to worry about Kujikawa and the others who are inside. We must get inside as soon as possible and meet up with them. But a horde of shadows pours forth without stopping, giving us no respite. Even the entrance to Juness has been completely covered with the black mass. This becomes a drawn-out battle, then obviously we'll be at a disadvantage. I feel a sense of listlessness. After being on that cross, I'm severely exhausted. Even Agus and Akihiko are moving less nimbly than usual. Teddy fights on, as if trying to protect the three of us, but he is injured as well. It won't last forever.
Ugh, if this keeps up.
Rise-chan, Yuki-chan, Nao-chan, I'll be right there.
More shadows incoming. They're not stopping.
Where was he hiding this many shadows?
My vision begins to darken, as if layers of gauze are being wrapped around my eyes, and I feel more tired than ever. Though each shadow may be inconsequential on its own, their sheer numbers are too much to contend with. My arms drop to my sides. I can't lift them up any
hang
longer.
in there.
Nin-chan! Watch out!
Mitsuru-san!
Come on, can't you pull it together? I really don't want to get involved here, you know?
What the? As the sound echoes out, my vision returns. I see a shape moving towards us, mowing down a horde of shadows. Was that just a persona attack? The shadows that have been overwhelming us retreat, and a path opens up towards the Juness entrance.
You are... Oh man, you guys look terrible. That's what you get for sticking your noses into places they don't belong.
The newcomer is a man who speaks languidly while scratching at the back of his neck. The persona attack must have come from him. He looks familiar. The serial murder case that took place in Inoue last year, I try to remember the name of the former detective who had been arrested as a suspect.
Are you Toru Adachi?
What? I thought Adachi was in police custody.
Wow, I'm famous now. You're Mitsuru Kirijo, right? I guess the rest of these people are your subordinates?
What's Adachi baby doing here? Wait, you must be a fake too.
Huh? You too? A fake? Yeah, that's it. I'm a fake.
Everything about his response radiates insincerity. He seems to be an intelligent but shrewd man. But for right now, it doesn't matter if this man is a fake or not. What matters is why such a person would go out of his way to help us.
Why did you save us?
It wasn't just for you. If you died here, it'd be trouble for me. I have to obey the rules.
Rules?
Never mind, I'm just rambling. Still, isn't this an impressive number of shadows? I bet you'd really be able to get up to something fun with this many. Like, oh, say summoning up a god or something?
Summoning a god? Is that what that show guy is doing?
So this horde of shadows seems to have been gathered here by the other Minazuki after all. He's intending to use them to wake a godlike being. What he called his world is one where that being has descended. But that will result in the fall, utter destruction.
I'm just guessing. And if this many shadows were to head over to that tower and start wrecking shit, that building wouldn't stand a chance, would it? Plus, anyone inside would be in for some real trouble, wouldn't they? Well, it's not like it matters to me. I'm gonna be on my way now. Good luck or whatever. Aren't the rest of your friends in here at Juness? You kids love crowding together after all. Don't you think you'll win with those numbers?
Hey, stop! Where do you think you're going?
Don't, Teddy. I know you want to go after him, but we're all exhausted right now. We need to prioritize meeting up with your friends.
Toradachi doesn't even look back at Teddy and begins walking at a leisurely pace in the direction of Yasagami High. We quickly lose sight of him as he becomes lost in a muddy stream of shadows.
Toru Adachi. At the very least, he didn't seem to be a fake made from a shadow.
Is he scheming something after all?
No matter what his aims were, it's true that we were saved in the end.
Save thinking about it for later. We need to hurry.
We run along the path to the Juness entrance that had been created for us by Adachi Strike and rush into the store and up the stairs. Gushing shadows had entered the building as well. They are far fewer in number than they had been outside and aren't much of a hindrance. Eventually, the stairs end and we see the door that opens to the rooftop food court. In the food court beyond, a horde of shadows have regained its intensity and continue flooding in one after another. 4 persona users from Inaba are fighting them. Even though they are experienced, fierce fighters and have survived many tough situations, it seems that they are having a hard fight against the sheer volume of these shadows.
Damn it! You're getting more intense again! There's no end to this!
You can't give up. Mitsuru-san and her people should arrive soon. Right. We can't lose somewhere like this.
Rise-chan, now-chan, Yuki-chan! I'm so glad you're all okay! I'm coming over right now!
Oh, Teddy! And Mitsuru-san, too!
Teddy should have been considerably exhausted and injured, but seeing the faces of his friends must have given him strength. He darts towards his friend as fast as his little legs can carry him and joins their battle line. They are united by a strong bond as well. We can't fall behind either.
Ted! Hey! You intentionally left me out, didn't you?
You're loud as always. You still have a lot of energy left. You don't go down easy, but I see you're barely hanging on.
Don't underestimate me. Half your stuffing's hanging out anyway, so you don't get to say anything.
Sorry we're late. You did well in keeping him at bay. We'll join in the fight.
A sense of relief at seeing everyone we have been unable to locate, we quickly tell them of our situation and check on their conditions. It's clear that all of them are tired and injured, but now that our numbers have doubled, we should be able to make up for that by cooperating with each other. As it turns out, we are slowly but surely able to push back the seemingly endless torrent of shadows.
We can do this! There's enough of us here now that I'm sure we can win! It's too early to be relieved yet.
The shadows all over town are converging on that tower. At this rate, our senpai in there will be...
Shirogane is right. If we are held up here, we won't be able to aid those who have headed up the tower. If the shadows are gathering with the intent to climb that tower, then we have to take the chance of returning to that tower ourselves and intercept them.
But considering the sheer number of shadows, that would be too dangerous.
Mitsuru-san, Ken-kun has given me the details. This case has many similarities with Shuji Yakutsuki's plan. I believe the culprit has the same intent. And considering the current situation with these hordes of shadows, the time is nigh.
Shomi Mizuki called Shu Yakutsuki his father, and then there's also what Toru Dachi mentioned. There's certainly enough circumstantial evidence, and this time Naoto speaks of is nothing less than the end of the world.
Do we have no choice but to entrust this to the others here? Isn't there something we can do, Mitsuru-san?
This isn't the time to argue, Mitsuru-san. We have to go.
What's there to worry about, Mitsuru? There's only one option here.
Everyone wants to return to the tower, completely disregarding their own safety. Not a single one of us is afraid to volunteer, even in this desperate situation. In addition, we've been forestalled again and again since this started. It seems that my position as the leader of the Shadow Operatives has put me on the defensive without me noticing it. We have to go on the offense now that we have the strength to do so.
Everyone, listen up. The shadows are likely gathering at that tower. Their goal is likely to bring about the coming of a god with the power to destroy the world. We must stop this at all costs. Fujikawa, will you lend me your strength? We'll combine our communication abilities to contact Yamagishi. They need to be told of the danger.
First step is to make contact. I will task the other sisters making sure the area is secure and then take Fujikawa's hand. Both feel a familiar tension distinct from what we feel in battle, and we focus our thoughts and concentrate on the tower.
Persona.
Though the situation is truly chaotic, the end of the world is drawing near, the vision that appears in my mind is surprisingly clear. To think that Fujikawa's communication ability is this powerful, it's equal to Yamagishi's. I've also been told that it's evolved to the point where she can participate in combat now. These persona users of Inaba have great potential hidden within them. That's right, we have the obligation to protect this town, their future.
Fukusan is somewhere around the middle of the tower?
Hold on, Fujikawa. There's something in the sky.
There's a reading of something approaching at high speed from the fog-filled sky. Eventually, the rhythmic sound of a helicopter reaches our ears. A large helicopter with the Kira group markings approaches us out of the fog. The pilot must be...
Kikuno! That's you there, isn't it, Kikuno? Respond at once!
Lady Mitsuru! Thank goodness you're safe.
What are you doing there? This airspace is dangerous. You must withdraw at once to a safer area.
You're all putting your lives at stake by fighting. I refuse to shame myself by withdrawing.
Can only smile at the way Kikuno refuses my direct order. She won't hesitate to risk herself for my sake. That's never changed at all.
And there's something I must tell you at once. We've decoded more of the records from Shuji Ikutsuki that I gave to Labrasan. We've reached a point where there is a description that seems to be hinting at the security code. If we can solve it, we may be able to fully unlock it. The clues to the password are my true form that I should take, and the one written of in the prophecy.
Prophecy and true form? Could this be about what happened back then?
Mitsuru, I have to remember. That insanity Yakutsuki was a slave to. Remember the speech he gave us?
I could never forget that night 3 years ago. The night we were cast into the depths of despair. Yakutsuki looked down on us with insanity in his eyes and told us of his own ambitions.
He said he would become a king in the new world. With that in mind, what he strived to become, his self-professed true form.
The new world that Shuji Yakutsuki strove for. A world where everyone besides himself had been changed into a shadow. What did he believe his true form would be?
King of the Fall.
There's no mistake. Those words symbolize the distorted ambitions Yakutsuki had become obsessed with, and what he truly believed he would become.
is it. The password was accepted, and the file's been unlocked. I'm opening the file now.
There's no time to wait for an analysis. Fujikawa, let's try again. We need to get this information to Labras through Yamagishi.
There are a number of other readers that appear to be in combat. They are Narukami, Satonaka, and Hanamura. It seems that they are fighting valiantly to protect Yamagishi. Though they have been injured, I sigh in relief sensing that they've made a recovery. We immediately open communication with Yamagishi and relay our situations. According to Yamagishi, the sudden swarm of shadows in town have begun pouring into the tower as well. We then pass on our own conclusions, the reason for the horde of the shadows, and our information on the password. Even Yamagishi seems lost for words at hearing this. She quickly recovers herself.
So that's why all these shadows have been flooding in. We'll stop them here as well. I'll tell Labras about that password at once. Please be careful, Mitsuru-senpai.
Everyone looks towards me once the communication ends. They're waiting for a word from me with such impatience. Don't worry, I understand.
We will now head to the tower to aid those who are still in there. We'll have to force our way in. We will combine the strength of our personas and fight our way through.
As they say, that's what I'm talking about.
This is starting to get interesting. I'm getting pumped up.
All right. If that's the plan, then it's time to bust out all our skills. Better not fall behind, Ted.
I'm getting fired up! Wait for us, Sensei! Wait for me, Labby-chan! There's no need to fear with my tremendous strength!
Right. Labras and Chie are fighting too, so I can't just stay here.
The moment we were about to step towards the tower, I noticed a black silhouette of a vehicle lowering its altitude, close enough to graze the heart of the shadow.
Kikuno, you need to leave Inaba and stand by until we contact you again.
No, my lady. This helicopter is loaded with two 7.62mm Gatling guns, 19 continuous rounds of 70mm rocket ammunition, as well as a 30mm chain gun. Though these cannot damage shadows, they will be useful in preventing their advancement and providing you with some measure of backup.
Don't be ridiculous. It's too dangerous. You're...
Labras-san asked me why someone who couldn't use a persona would risk their life to go to a place where shadows appear. No matter how slight it may be, I can still provide some assistance to you all. I have been prepared to risk my life from the start. My lady, I have my own battles to fight.
Kikuno-san.
Mitsuru, are you gonna repeat the same mistake?
Right. It doesn't matter how strong or weak you are. I've pushed Narukami and his friends away before, and now I'm doing the same to Kikuno. Kikuno, I accept your determination. Aid us from the helicopter. We must reach that tower at all costs.
Understood. I will see you there safely, even if it costs me my life. Let us depart.
Kikuno's helicopter rotates in place to face the direction that we will be proceeding in. With a tremendous concussion, a rain of bullets shower down on the massive shadows, splashing bits of blackness every which way. The wave that had been completely covering the road loses its intensity and begins to retreat.
Now!
Right. All right!
Come! Persona! Go!
Persona!
Here goes!
A line of sparkling light runs into the waves of shadows, accompanied by a roaring sound. We can do this. We nod to each other and leap, one after another, into the newly opened path. We must head to the tower where our comrades are fighting, so that I can carry out so we can carry out our duties. The higher I climb, the thicker the red fog seems to get. The sounds of battle below me fade away as I go further and further up. Suddenly, a deep blue shape appears in my red-tinged vision. I stopped.
Oh my. It seems we meet again, Labrys.
You're Theodore, right? Still looking for your sister? I don't think she's around here, though.
No, I have stopped looking for her. Even had I found her, what I wish to know can no longer be learned from her. What I yearn for is something that I must discern for myself. You all have taught me that.
Huh. I guess you've changed a little too, Theodore?
Do I seem so? Watching you has broadened my spectrum a bit. No, a great deal.
Yeah. I figured something out during all this fighting, too.
Oh? May I ask what that is?
Oh, sure. It ain't anything mind-blowing, though. I just felt that the bonds you form with people get passed along and only keep spreading.
I see. That is intriguing.
Yukun and the others got hurt trying to save me. I want to save Shokun, even if it hurts me. We all keep butting heads over and over, but the banner of friendship ain't just for show. It's what lets you go against someone while still trusting in them.
My, how surprising. Your expression is completely different from the last time I met you.
You think so? I can't tell for myself.
There's no doubt. You've likely grown during these events. That must be it.
Grown?
I'm a machine. I have a cold metallic body, and it'll be an eternity before that changes. But if Theodore says that I've grown, then he must be talking about I'm sorry, y'all. Let me go back. So, I'm a machine. I have a cold metallic body, and it'll be an eternity before that changes. But if Theodore says that I've grown, then he must be talking about my heart. The warm memories that everyone has given me. It's not just some data that was inserted into my memory. It's ingrained into me, somewhere much deeper within myself.
While I watched you, I was thinking to myself as well. What is the reason you fight? What supports you? And what do you wish to protect through these battles? I have a feeling that I'm coming close to reaching the answer, even if I only have a faint idea for now.
Huh?
Doing something for someone else. All of you gathered here are connected by that common thread of emotion. You call them bonds. And those bonds guide you towards what you wish for.
Our wishes.
And my sister must have left that room with a wish, just like you. That is how I understand it.
He's right. Theodore's words illuminate my own inner feelings. What we yearn for, what we believe in, that's what we wish to show Shokun. They're all our own wishes. How we think about someone and do things for those people. It's because we wish for that person to be better, for the whole world to shine just a little bit brighter. And now I'm wishing that Shokun can learn how wonderful this world truly is.
Thanks, Theodore. You're awesome.
Huh? I'm awesome? Is that so? It does have a nice ring to it, though. Oh, I shouldn't be keeping you here. You're going to go fulfill your wish, no? Please, proceed.
Thanks, Theodore.
I wish you luck.
Those final words, Theodore disappears, melting into the fog. The powerful enemy waiting for me up ahead may swallow me whole, but I won't lose. I have the wishes of everyone supporting me. I'm sure those wishes will reach Shokun's heart as well. I thank Theodore for boosting my spirits as I pick up the pace and climb the stairs with a clear head.
There it goes again.
Another quake rocks the tower, and I have to crouch down to keep from staggering. It feels like these earthquakes are growing more and more frequent. Even as the shaking itself grows stronger and stronger, there's no doubt an indescribably powerful force is getting closer and closer.
Labrys! Can you hear me? Fukusan, these tremors are crazy. Are you all okay? Tons of shadows are pouring out and... Don't worry, I'm with the others.
Seems Fukusan's group has been trying to catch up with us after Yukun and the others have recovered enough to move on. While they are about halfway up the tower, a ton of shadows suddenly begin to attack them. And right now, they are preventing those shadows from coming up through the tower towards us.
Anyway, I got in contact with Kikuno-san earlier. There's something I need to tell you. We discovered the password to the file that I gave you before. It's King of the Fall.
The files on the memory card that Kikuno-san had given me before I left the helicopter. I forgot all about them during the fierce battles that I've been in up to now. Those files might contain clues that lead to bringing this case to an end.
Thanks, Fuka-san. I'll give it a try.
She told me that Mitsuru-senpai figured it out. We're counting on you, Labrys.
After Mitsuru-san and others rescued the rest of the Inaba persona users at Junes, they strive to make it back to the tower in order to intercept the shadows flooding the town and converging on this place. With a sigh of relief overhearing that everyone is safe, I find the protected file and try to use the password Fuka-san gave me. Password accepted. Opening file. I instantly have access to the full contents of the data. The locked file seems to be details of Shuji Ikutsuki's personal experiments. The dates are marked as taking place in 1999, and the test subject's name is Sho Minazuki.
A strong reading is getting closer. Labrys, be careful!
I continue reviewing the data while Fuka-san cautions me and prepare for another fight. The stairs eventually come to an end. A bizarre sight, quite different from anything I've seen up until now, leaps into view.
What is this place?
The strong wind blowing here keeps the fog from becoming too thick. The wide space is made of what appears to be red marble, and vibrant green patterns run through it like blood vessels. Pillars that appear to be stylized flames stand around us, casting eerie shadows onto the lustrous floor. Floating near the center is a crystalline object that appears to be slightly taller than I am. It emits a bluish-green light. On closer inspection, I see golden particles clinging to the rotating object. Are those the persona fragments from our past fights? As I walk step by step across the hard red floor, I approach the young man standing by the crystal. At his heel is a man in a suit? Who could that be? Beginning facial scans, searching records. Result found, Toru Adachi. The man was arrested last year as a perpetrator of the case that Yukun and his friends solved? What could he possibly be doing here?
You again, you goddamn robot? Damn you for coming all this way. This son of a bitch betrayed me too. All of you are completely useless. And I can't even get an answer from him either. Ah.
I don't know what happened before I got here. Shokun seems furious. He places a foot on Adachi-san's body and leans heavily on it. Adachi-san groans faintly. Looks like he's alive but unconscious.
Scrap for brains. What happened to him? Where the hell's Minazuki?
I don't know. He fought us and...
Huh? You guys did something to him? Bullshit, that's impossible! He's strong. As strong as me. And there's no way in hell that he'd lose to some goddamn pest like you!
Shokun, there's something I want you to hear. It's about your father.
Shokun is currently very unstable, much like when I met him earlier. Averting his eyes from the truth and trying to forget everything about himself. How he is right now is how I used to be just a short while ago before I met Yukun and Mitsuru-san. I was able to overcome it thanks to everyone, but Shokun is cowering just like I was. And knowing that the truth Fuka-san entrusted me with may hurt him more makes my heart ache.
Shuji Ikutsuki, your father, embedded a plume of dusk into your body for his own research. But because the persona ability didn't awaken in you, you entered a vegetative state. And then Ikutsuki threw you away. Is that right?
Just when I was wondering what shit you were gonna spew after coming all this way. Did you come to rub salt in my wounds, you goddamn bastard? Yeah, that's right. That piece of shit tossed me aside. He was the only one in my world, and he did that to me. I already already know that he was a goddamn bastard, so what? It doesn't matter. He was all that I had in the world.
Shokun.
This world's so fun, isn't it? Full of shitty bastards, always pressing in on you. It's so awesome. I'd rather be alone. I'll be beside myself, laughing at how stupid you are.
Huh?
It's a micro-memory card. Your father, Shuji Ikutsuki, recorded the experiments he did to you on it. Listen to this. From a report on Project Puppet Master.
Subject name, Sho Minazumi. Soon after beginning his training, his abilities have reached what one would call an astounding level. Muscle strength, agility. Physically, he surpasses normal specimens. Special mention must be made of his abnormally aggressive nature. For example, in combat training, Sho will attempt to utterly destroy his opponent until we force him to stop. The depth of his fury is unfathomable. But having no rational or mental breaks based on his rationality makes him an ideal weapon. Psychological analysis suggests that Sho is attempting to gain a connection to others by hurting them as a result of our teachings. If he continues to grow, he'll be extremely valuable to our research. Luckily, the boy seems to adore me as a father figure. That will be useful.
You see? The reason you're hurting everyone is because you want a connection with them. It's because of the experiments he did on you. And because you weren't taught any other way to connect with people. That's incredibly sad.
Is that all you have to say?
Shokun!
Yeah, he's right. So what? What do you want me to do? If I really want a connection with the world, and destroying it is the only way I know how, then what's wrong with me trying to destroy everything? The same goes for you, you piece of trash. You want a connection with me? You want to bond with me? Then I'll shred you to pieces!
Shokun draws his two swords, almost spitting with rays. His eyes are clouded with madness and malevolence. His stare itself feels like blades piercing into me. Whenever Shokun got this worked up before, that other person would step in. But it doesn't happen now. As Shokun draws closer, the plume of dust within me stirs a little. I whisper back to it, feeling the presence inside me.
Yeah, it's okay. Thanks for leaving this to me. Shokun, if you don't know any other way, then I'll go head-to-head with you your way. And then, I'll make sure you hear me out.